This is the True Life Not Doritos podcast with Josh Jak, B. Lion,
Bill
Miller, and Will Fitz.
Oh, look at Will Fitz over there.
All right, so Josh, you said you want me to host the show today, right?
Oh, well, no, the idea I had was because you were talking on your podcast, the Breaking and Entering podcast, on iTunes.
Yeah.
You were saying that we both try to be the center of attention. I say, is that because I control the segments? You said yes. So I thought an idea for the show would be like you control whatever segments we do. You control who does the intro and outro, how long we go, and whatever you want to do.
I should get a timer or something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, I need to wrap up by 10, so...
All right, so...
if I leave, you guys can keep going if you want.
Do you know which segments that we need to get to? Because I have a handful of things here. I'm going to do a little tool trivia.
Oh, you want to do Tools Talking Tools?
Yeah, so this is... who wants to intro Tools Talking Tools? I guess I'm the...
Yeah,
I'll do this one, and we'll switch it. This is Tools Talking Tools. It's a show where we talk about screwdrivers, hammers, pentalobes, vices, all types of things that you fix your house, your car, everything like that with. This is B. Lion. To my right
is Bill Miller.
Josk Jak.
Will Fitz.
All right, so today we're going to do something special. It's called, it's a tool quiz. I don't have a good name for it. But before we do that, any of you guys do any kind of home repair lately? Anything like that? Any car repair?
I flushed the toilet without using the handle. What I did was I put a lot of water. I dumped a bucket of water in my toilet, and it flushed itself.
Okay. Is that a workaround, or that's an interesting type of repair?
Well, it really wasn't a repair. It was more of a discovery of how toilets work. Apparently, if you fill up a toilet enough, it will just flush itself.
Is that...
I've never done it biologically.
It is true. That is how they flush. That's what the tank in the back is for. That fills up with water, and then you release the water, and it forces the poo and pee down, and then it fills back up again until that little chain or level thing tops off again. So,
that's great. I was emptying a grav bong. And that's
okay.
That's why. For those of you who don't know, it's a bucket of water with a piece of trash in it, and it helps me smoke pot.
A piece of trash?
Yeah, a piece of trash. Like I take a soda bottle or a jug, like a milk jug, and I cut the bottom off. But
I've done that.
On the cap, I use a tool. I go in my dad's tool shed, and I take one of his small gauged socket wrenches.
okay.
And then I just, because it's metal, and I use that as the bowl head, and I pack it full of illegal substances, like marijuana and DMT and shit like that.
DMT, wow.
Yeah, and then I put it. Well, you know how it goes. Smoking pot out of trash. You need a big bucket of water to do it. Sometimes that water gets dirty. You got to put it in the toilet. Guess what? Flushes itself.
So when you say the toilet flushes itself, are you saying you pour the water in the top?
No, right in the bowl.
Because when I pee in the toilet, it doesn't just flush itself.
No, you need a lot of pee, I guess, according to what Will just said.
Yes, and yeah, you can do it straight in the bowl too, because I'll do that with doing water changes for my fish tanks. I can just pour it in the toilet and then it flushes it. So also, if I don't want to waste too much extra water, I can just use dirty fish water and flush it down.
The fish and gravel don't go down the drain in the shower, It's
no.
The toilet. It's the way to go.
So you think you'll do that? You'll just keep doing that instead of fixing your actual... Does your toilet work? Like the flush valve?
It works just fine. I just figured I'd bring that up.
All right.
I would say videotape it next time and make it like a science segment on YouTube for kids and be like, yo, here's a cool experiment. Make sure they can also see you smoking weed. And then just got some dirty bong water, just pour it down the toilet.
Mom will never know.
And you go science and have some little logos and that air horn and the kids will be like, awesome, 1,000 likes.
Good idea.
That'd be awesome.
So Josh is probably thinking, look what happens to the show when
No,
Lion
I'm
hosts.
fine. I don't have
we
to
talk
talk
about
every
bong
second.
water and toilets,
I don't have
right?
to talk every second. I'm listening.
He runs a clean show.
So anybody else, any other home repairs, anything like that?
No, I just want to say that whenever I try to like screw something in, I feel like a faggot.
Why is that?
Because I'm just not good with my hands. Like, it just feels unnatural. Like, even when I'm screwing something, like, if the
Yeah.
screw doesn't come out right away, I'm just like, I'm a fag. I can't even screw something in properly. I don't know if it's like it's not. It's
Like,
not.
what happens?
It's not
What
a
do you mean?
strength thing.
Yeah.
It's just more of just unnatural. It just feels unnatural, but I feel like a sissy.
I think it's
Huh.
something great. Like maybe you're having like this existential crisis, realizing that we're just fancy monkeys, and as much
Yeah.
as we try to like dress ourselves up and use these advanced tools, you're still just like fumbling with that and sweating, and you become too aware of your own humanity, and
Wow,
just
that
have
was
like
deep,
a little
man.
It's
freak
an
out.
interesting
No, it
thought.
could be true though.
So I'd like to see you screw something in because I want to see like what it.
Well, let's
does
take.
it
I'll
look
take
strange?
apart that outlet right there. I brought
Okay.
a Phillips with me. Now, if I get electrocuted, let's get the audio. Let's bring the phone over so that way we can.
But we're using electrical equipment to record, so it may just get nothing, or
Yeah,
may
right.
do that like.
I can
test
edit
thing.
it in. I mean,
Yeah.
I have an audio program. I edit, sound effects. But yeah, I fixed the heater. I talked about that the last episode, and I was so proud of myself. All I did was unscrew it. I took these little bolts out, and I just cleaned out the dust. And I used the wet paper towel, and then I dried it, and I was so proud of myself. I didn't fix this.
Yeah.
Repaired it.
Well, like that's
The humidifier
That's
thing.
necessary with all like modern electronics, because like it's that built-in obsolescence. They want it to go bad in 2 years. They want you
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in Walmart next year buying that same piece of shit heater.
That's right.
That's why you should never get the warranty, or at most
Oh,
things.
no,
Especially
yeah.
because the warranty is a scam. Because
Mm-hmm.
the time you need another one, the warranty expires.
Yep.
It's true, and I used to sell those plans to people.
Yeah.
I felt like an asshole
Monster.
doing it. Yeah, but I did it.
It's a
That's-
You
scam.
gotta get their
So-
numbers up.
It's just all about a commission. That's what it's about for the salesman.
That's right.
A nice commission in his pocket, and a nice African D in the suit. I don't know what I was going there. I don't know what I was going there.
I grant you with an African deed
Oh.
in an Irish accent.
I have some questions here, some tool questions.
So I use the mic, even though we're using that. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can pretend. Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's fun.
Yeah, it's
So-
more legitimate. So this is a tool quiz for all you tools out there listening. You can follow on.
quiz with Tool the Be Lion Man.
So anybody,
Lichter.
that's me. I licked her. So any of you can chime in. Just say your name and then answer the question. So, what is another name for an Allen wrench? A. Pentalobe screwdriver. B. Hex key. C. Needle nose plier. Or D. Tire iron.
How about E? How about Ow?
Oh, Bill Miller.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with B.
B. That's correct.
Mm.
Bill.
A hex star.
Hex key.
Hex key.
Key.
Well, it's the shape of a star.
It's not in the shape of a star. I'm gonna have to take that point away.
It's the shape.
It's
of
a hexagon. Thus hex.
You
You're
don't look
thinking-
at stars the same way as I do. They're pentagrams.
He's
Same
on,
number of
He's
points.
on DMT. Remember?
Oh, that's right, with your gravity.
Yeah,
bomb.
shrapes.
So number 2. Which of the following is not a real
Not
tool?
just shapes.
Which of
They're
the
shrapes.
following is not a real tool used for cutting tile? Is it A, the tile nipper, B, the rotary saw, C, the angle slicer, or D, the snap cutter?
Oh, a Billy Boy.
Ding. Will here. A, the nipper.
Incorrect.
There's a tool. A nipper.
Yes, the tile nipper is a real
Oh,
tool.
nipper.
Anybody else? Now, options.
I don't have a single guess. I don't know
No?
shit.
Bill?
Oh, it's C.
C. Correct. Now, can you see the questions?
I can.
The answer?
Really? You saw the answer on that one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to take that away.
Well,
All right.
Negative.
In what
side.
in what decade was the Phillips head screw invented? Was it the 1860s? B, the 1930s?
I'm going 1930s.
when the
Good job, Bill.
when the Nazis were
Was that
coming.
right?
Wow.
It was
So,
a Nazi invention.
I was
Josh
just-
got it.
I was just trying to pretend I had confidence because
Wow,
I was like,
look
wait,
at you.
1860? That sounds a little too early. That's people were smart, but they weren't like still because they probably didn't have electricity maybe yet, and there were still things going on there.
Nazi scientists were really coming up with inventions.
Well, it is a good way to tell if something is a fake antique, that if it has Phillips head screws in it, because like when you look in hotels that have like an old-fashioned musket on there, and you look at the plating and stuff, and it's attached by Phillips head screws instead of just tapped in little nails.
Right.
I was wondering what came first. So nails is what came before that.
Yeah, like nails and rivets and like everything else, and then the Phillips head is just. That seems like that built-in obsolescence we were talking about, because when you use a Phillips head, you inevitably grind it down and you can't fucking use it anymore.
You do. Those damn Nazis, they want us to buy more.
That is Will with the tool
I'm
trivia.
pushing
Very
the
smart.
Nazi narrative.
Oh, I don't care.
So true or false? When assembling something with nuts and bolts, the nut goes inside the bolt.
Just hold on.
Say your name.
I was aroused.
Who's saying their name? And then
You can only get half right.
Bill with
A or B?
negative half a point.
Let me hear it again.
Flip a coin.
C.
true or false? See. When assembling something with nuts and bolts, the nut goes inside the bolt.
Of course it does.
Say your name.
Bill Miller says yes.
False.
Oh.
And I actually okay. No. All right. So
I'm winning so
Sawzall. It's harder when you can't see the answers, isn't it? Sawzall is a trademark name for which type of saw? Is it A, reciprocating saw, B, chainsaw, C, circular saw, or D, bandsaw?
Oh, Bill Miller.
Yes.
It's A.
Correct.
Because I actually played with one of those. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shakes the hell out of you.
that's true. Hold it tight, right?
Yeah, you got to hold that thing for dear life. But you know what? If you keep the plug loose, it will unplug itself before you really get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So
It'll slow your work down, but at
yeah,
least-
that seems like it would slow your work down if you're worried about it. If you're,
You know what I
plug
used
in
it for?
What?
I like everywhere I live, I create like scary little hidden corners and chests and like little hiding areas.
Yeah.
Like you peel back the carpet and there's a board that can be easily opened, and underneath it is whatever I want.
Weed storage with Bill
Nah,
Miller.
weed storage had to be like out in the open, like so I can get to it.
Does your wife know about all your weird sadistic compartments?
It's it's just for people to find when they move in and they go, oh my god, what's this? It must be something interesting. Oh, it's just a bunch of cum.
Dildo Discovery.
It's a bunch of cum socks.
Bill, are you a cum hoarder?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Everybody's got their own thing. So I'll just do one more question here because I don't want to make this episode too long. But Kawasaki, the power sports company, also makes drills. Is this true or false?
I would just say true.
Josh? Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know
Correct.
that. I would just say that if it's a motorcycle, I don't know.
If they didn't, then it wouldn't be a tool question.
That's true, but I'm drinking right now. I'm stupid enough,
never
and I
know.
drink. It makes me dumb.
You're doing a good job.
I got two.
So
questions
actually, we
for
need
you.
to do a tiebreaker here because Bill and Josh are tied.
At one.
I got two. Wait, I got two right. I got the Kawasaki one. And
I mean,
and
at
I got
two,
the
yes.
1930s.
You're both tied at 2.
Oh, I didn't know I did so well.
All right.
And Will's just not participating.
But Will, you
he would
can-
get them all if he was.
You can also jump in, actually.
Yeah.
Will can...
Because this is the bonus round. Anything can happen. Anyone can
I'm
win.
not trying to compete. I don't care who wins. So.
Okay.
It's like The Price is Right. The one family is losing their dick off until like the last round, and then what do you know?
And
The white
Steve,
people win.
and Steve
It's
Harvey's asking the sex question, so he go, "What the hell did you just? Whoa, let's go back to that. Did you just say penis?" It's like, well, you're kind of implying that when you ask, "What's a hard object that might poke you?" What was I supposed to think of there, Steve? With your wacky questions.
The worst
I
people
know,
on that
it's so
show, the worst contestants,
Blacks.
are white families. I fucking hate them. They're just the corniest, cheesiest fucking white picket fence motherfucking nigger ass white people. I hate them.
Do you think Steve Harvey does that on purpose?
This is the
picks
Northeast
coolest
Comedy
white
he
people?
has no. They don't tell him because they want his reaction to be like,
pure.
why the fuck am I doing this? Well, no, that's a little Hank Hill.
That sounds like Dr. Phil. Why the fuck about, excuse me, lady, cash me outside?
The key to doing Steve Harvey is you gotta be holding in them big fake dentures all the time. He holding. You see them teeth? They're gonna fall out his face if you don't suck them the hell in.
Suck them in.
All right, so we've got our last question here. Which of the following is a tool the Dremel Company makes?
We were talking about
Is it A, the hot glue gun, B, the skate tool, C, the hammer, or D, the nail gun?
I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna buzz in. I'm gonna go with the skate tool.
Incorrect.
Oh.
All right, we need one more tiebreaker here.
So wait, what's the answer?
It is, oh, right,
Asshole.
A, the hot glue gun.
Ah, okay.
The hot glue gun.
There's like hobby stuff, like people mainly use a Dremel just to
And we got
Birdhouse.
and we got to ask Will
modify
Fitz.
toys.
We got to ask you. We all answer this question since this is a tool show. What is your favorite episode of Home Improvement with Tim Taylor?
Oh, the one where it opens where it's like, oh, and he makes that sound. He's like, oh.
Is that every episode?
That's every episode.
No, but pick a favorite episode.
The very special one where they catch young JTT huffing
Jonathan Taylor.
glue and paint. And I remember it because it was like on WB17. And it's like on the very special Seventh Heaven, Jonathan is huffing glue. So
Now we're talking Seventh Heaven?
I can't take it.
Your phone died of battery. It's always happening.
No, it didn't. The screen shut off.
I know.
It's your Windows 98.
Your fucking laptop, man.
Woodworking. Which of the following is a joinery technique? Is it A, cattail, B, ducktail, C, dogtail, or D, dovetail?
Ooh, bump, bump.
Yep.
It's going to be a dovetail there,
That's
Steve.
correct.
Woo.
All right, so Bill wins today.
I win.
You win
Just did it.
the love of your father.
Oh, God damn it. I could quit life. That's all I've been searching for.
Yeah, so just go home and
So-
tell your dad you know something about tools.
I will.
this has been
All right, so this has been Tools Talking Tools. You want to do the outro? Will?
go. Well, you
want to ahead.
close this one out?
Tools talking tools with a bunch of fools, haunted by ghouls. Talking tools.
Very
nice.
Good. All right, email us at... I thought you were going to go give a speech over there or something. TLND show at outlook.com. Tell us your tools. Give us some questions. And yeah, that's about it for this episode of Tools Talking Tools. All right, Josh.
You look like you're conducting interviews
I'm
for a convicted rapist.
Josh.
You got your papers out. You're like, let's
On the
see.
date of-
Now, what's the lowest you ever gone? Was it 11 or?
What are we talking? What's the?
I said convicted. I said
age. I'm
convicted
like,
rapist. So
yeah.
what's the lowest you've raped? Like 11-year-olds. Like that was the question you would ask to a rapist if you were interviewing them. Like, what's the lowest you've ever raped?
So what is the lowest, Josh?
I mean, I don't go any lower than. I like the Jared Fogle range. No lower than 16.
Oh, that's what he's. Oh.
I mean,
Good guy, that guy. Not really.
like growing up, when you're not supposed to have sex when you're a teenager, but let's face it, teenagers have sex. I mean,
True.
you should just fucking
You should fuck them?
no. When you're a teenager, you shouldn't fuck adults. You should fuck other teenagers.
True.
Two statutory rapes cancel each other out.
That's right.
Negative and negative makes positive.
Like, yeah.
That's a great tip from Will.
If you're 16, maybe you shouldn't fuck a 14-year-old, but it's a lot better than a 20-year-old fucking a 16-year-old.
Some
That makes
guy.
sense?
I think that's up to the 16-year-old.
That's
no,
true.
I don't know what that
It
means.
is true. I don't know.
Some guy was 20 years old and he met some chick on Hot or Not, and she was like, she lied. She said she was 17, but she was really like 15 or something. and she admits she lied, and they put him on the convicted rapist list. I mean, the sex offender list.
Really?
But a bunch of people, like I think 50,000 people, signed the petition, and they let him out. But they had to move him like away from it. He couldn't even live in his own house with his parents anymore, and he couldn't go to college. He gave up his whole life. And she even wrote a letter admitting she lied. And I think that's the reason
that
why
didn't matter.
No, it did. They got him off. It took 50, 60,000 people to sign it. But if he didn't get those signatures, maybe it probably never would have happened.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that. Even if somebody has a fake ID, you can still get in trouble.
And it's and because guys are known as predators because they have to do it. In a situation like that, even if a woman lies, it's like you still can be a Me Too victim. It's always these hoes always try to set a nigga up, and that's why I be telling these. That's why I be telling these cats, man, always get the consent, Make sure you always text and go, yo, I'm trying to hit it tonight or something. You got to be direct. Most guys will tell you not to, but you got to. So that way you can save that text. And when they say you raped them, go, nah, your Honor said right here. She said, you can get in these draws.
But I don't think that matters in Facebook court because your testimony's never admitted. You could have those screenshots, but unless you're unblocked and included
especially
in the
for some dog-faced feminists who father left her because her face is fucked up.
Well, this is perfect. We should continue this talk in giving up on sex.
Global audience.
Global audience. Giving up on sex. You want to intro this, Josh?
Well, Will's a personal guy. I don't know if we should do this one because he has ex. See, the thing is, he won't even get tagged in it. He won't even get back. But he's a paranoid guy, and I don't want to. Well, he can listen to it. The whole show's about me. You don't have to, but I still don't want to involve you because I feel like you're an innocent little boy who doesn't want to.
Well, it's also just I don't want this being some ammunition because you could take any of this out of context. We already have a recording of us talking about the. What was that last segment? Tips for child predators.
Oh, the rape.
It's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, we've already done. We've already done 10 episodes for this show already. Yeah.
So, is there somebody out to get you?
No. He has exes on his Facebook that
he's. No, it's not even that.
Well, are you paranoid that they're gonna hear it?
Oh, right. No, not. I'm more paranoid about like the CIA and stuff and using.
No way. Should I be paranoid about the CIA?
I wish your podcast was that successful that the CIA would listen to it. That would be awesome.
I wish they would.
Well, the CIA is listening to everything. It's just, most of the time, they're just listening to this job sucks. This person just fucking picks his nose all day. Doesn't talk about anything cool. I don't know.
Is that what you think they're listening to?
They're listening to everything, so they're just wading through fucking walls of crap. Just like typical fucking everyday fucking bullshit. And maybe they'll get an edgelord like Will Fitz,
I don't know that word. What is that?
Edgelord?
No, I don't know.
You know what it means to be edgy?
I thought it was like
it means like
off,
edging. That's what I was thinking.
Right?
Edgelord was like some edging website.
So the term edging is when you jerk off and you're about to come, so you start over again. So you're edging yourself. So when he said edgelord, I was like, wait, what are we talking about here?
You should just come.
That's weird because in a yoga book they refer to that as not about jerking off to live, but they say doing a yoga pose that's strenuous at first, they call it playing the edge, where you stretch just to the point where it's painful, but then you yield. So did that term originate in yoga?
Probably.
That's tantric sex type.
Tantrics. Yeah, I wish. Okay, so
let's
do a different topic.
Jim
then,
Norton
maybe.
does that. Jim Norton.
He does.
He says
edging.
when he comes, he gets depressed because it's over. So he'll edge himself over and over. You're he tries not to come, and then he just comes on.
What a douchebag!
You ever do that, Josh?
No, I mean, I don't get depressed. I mean, it sucks when you
just come and go to bed.
Yeah. So do you want to do the giving up on sex, Will, or no?
I thought we were sort of doing.
We're dick deep in it now.
Well, I mean, what is the reason why you don't want to do it? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, just
you worried to get.
Just the general paranoia of who might be listening, even though you say it's no one. There's a lot of creepy fuckers out there, and people just this is the type of stuff that gets back to you in 30 years.
Well, I mean.
Not that I.
What about the stuff you said about statutory rape?
Well, exactly. That's.
Well, I mean, I've done so many episodes of Josk Jak, not a single person. It's been 8 years and said to me, "Hey, what up?"
The key is to saturate the market.
On episode 32.
All right, so we'll do a different show.
I always thought that statutory rape was just statistics of rape.
I thought statutory rape is when you rape the statue.
Like it's like, okay, so the stats on the rape, the statutory rape, it's going way up among kids under 14, and that ain't right.
That should be. They get that guy from Criminal Minds, the one who's the smart one with the blonde hair and talks very fast. And statistically speaking, 14-year-olds tend to be raped under the age of 14 consent. And then Joe Montana's like, you know a lot about your rapist, kid. Well, I was a victim of rape myself as a child.
Oh my God, I love it.
So we'll do
CBS this fall.
we'll do crazy tech news.
So I usually go to TheVerge.com for that. Do you have stuff?
I have some stuff
All right,
written down.
fine.
So Josh, you want to intro?
Welcome to Crazy Tech News, the show that gives you all. Well, it's self-explanatory. The crazy tech news. Josk Jak here at Beeline, and also special against Bill Miller and Will Fitz. We're all in person. If you notice, the audio sounds less shitty. So, what are some of the topics you have? What is some of the crazy, wacky news?
So that's the thing I was going to ask you. So crazy tech news. I might have asked you before. Is that just the name? Is it Crazy Tech News because that's the name of it, or are we looking for crazy news out there?
Well, I feel like most technology is nowadays crazy.
Yeah.
Like sex robots, you can't do a story about that no matter what, about it sounding kind of crazy or anything. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both, I guess.
You ever watch VR porn?
VR porn. I said a bit about that last night in my act.
Yeah.
I think I got it from the show. A line I use. It's not that funny. It kind of bombed, but I was like, virtual reality porn is one of the most searched porn sites now, which means some millennials out there are like, oh, this is terrible. I can't come. I don't see any graphics. Just human flesh. So the bit's not that good, but yeah. So I get that.
I've noticed in the free porno websites, because I'm not going to pay for porn.
Most people won't these days. It's all out there.
I'm on Pornhub, and it's like, so you get the cutting room floor porn.
But I heard of Pornhub, what they're going to be doing soon, they're going to make you like sign up for like a user account or something like that, and you have to log in or something like that.
I'll do it.
You do it, but I forgot.
I'll
what
do
they're doing. They're not charging, but I forgot what they made you do. Like you have to do something.
I already signed up.
I always weirded out by that disclaimer when they go, if you're not 21 years old, leave the site. Like, who's going to be honest and go, all right, I'm 18.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask my mom's permission. Mom, can I watch some porno? No, all right. Fuck, I'm not gonna watch.
They're just doing their due diligence as upstanding pornographers to make sure that
Yeah, but it's like when a bouncer lets you in a bar. Like, all right, you kids are only 19.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not supposed to do this. Go ahead.
But
you got fake IDs.
I go on the categories section,
and then someone gets raped.
And I noticed, well, I've been going on there for years, and normally you click on the
I know you're paranoid.
You click on the categories section, and you had the big tits and the big butts and the MILFs and
the she-males.
and they would be right up on top,
BBC cuckold.
But now,
clown.
Now it's like right
Bush
up top
woman.
is like cartoons and graphics and she-males and squirts, and you had to like scroll down to get big tits and big asses. Have you noticed that? No?
But I'll take it.
Are big tits up on your top?
Maybe it's the porn sites you go to.
I only go on Pornhub.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
When I'm done jerking off and I'm feeling silly.
Wait, what does that have to do with tech news now? I gotta finish your story.
I like to find funny porn.
Funny porn.
And I like to find oh, this is funny. Let's watch this.
So
have you guys ever watched the bloopers? Those are the best.
Yeah, the bloopers.
No.
That's exactly
I saw
what
one
I'm
where a
talking
guy
about.
comes in a girl's hair and she starts crying. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's like, ah. And then there's another one where this black woman, she's like yelling at the guy because he called her a slut. So they said, can we get some white women in here? You black girls are too... It was black guys. They're like, you black girls are too fucking bitchy. Bring the white woman. And he couldn't get his dick hard because she's like yelling at him like, you called me a fucking hoe and stuff. Yeah.
I think it's the algorithm.
Wait, this is a porn... So
Porn
they're doing
blooper.
an
It's an
actual
outtake.
porn?
Yeah.
And then they say...
Because he's just talking dirty to her. He's like, you fucking slut. And she's like, don't call me that motherfucker. And he's like, I'm just acting.
Oh, she got upset.
And then he's trying to start over. Yeah. He's like, he's jacking it, and he can't get it up just because the mood's gone.
That's sad.
And since they're bloopers, do they play blooper music? And
they play Benny Hill music.
So
yakety sax.
I have all these screenshots from
All right,
when
so let's
I made
change the name. This is crazy porn news.
This is small penis.
Small penis is your username?
Well, no, it's taken.
Related,
Oh.
and nigger dick is taken.
Wow.
Oh God.
Wow.
And dicks and pussies is taken.
just texted me.
All these usernames
Wow.
for Pornhub are taken.
That's a real shame.
Sad guy is taken.
Wow. And these were all your initial choices, right?
Yeah, feminine dick is taken.
Feminine dick.
Girl penis is taken.
Wow.
Guys, come on.
So Bill is showing this to me on his BlackBerry. That's
I
an
love this
interesting.
porn talk. But
Speaking of technology.
what about our tech heads out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bill is using a
Actually,
BlackBerry.
no,
I'm using a BlackBerry Priv for all of our tech fans.
That's cool.
And with my BlackBerry Priv,
Isn't a BlackBerry supposed to be like a business phone?
yeah,
It used to be.
Yeah, in 2007, right before the
So is the
iPhone was
iPhone,
invented.
is that the new business phone, the iPhone?
Anything with the BlackBerry.
So, with my BlackBerry, I go on Pornhub.com and I sign up for a membership. But
There he is with the porn.
all these good names are taken. Like I can't be dicks and pussies, or sad guy. There's already a sad guy in a dicks and pussies.
Here's what I meant to sign up. Let's see. What we just try it up here, the username.
No, there's the screenshots.
Oh, okay. But
$4.
what about Crazy for Swayze?
Crazy for Swayze. That's probably untaken.
Is your okay?
Now,
Interesting background.
What
hot
are
dog.
the
So
topics?
let's get back to some topics here. Sure. This one isn't so crazy. Well, actually, it is
It doesn't
kind of
have to be
crazy. So,
crazy.
Bill, I know you're a big fan of CDs. You love collecting CDs.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
Best Buy is going to stop selling CDs.
Oh, I don't buy CDs from Best Buy anyway.
Where do you buy them?
I go to mom and pop record stores like Positively Records by me, or the Princeton Record Exchange in Princeton off of Nassau Street.
Okay.
Or like Repo Records on South Street.
Local.
Yeah, Josh.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
No, I was gonna say I bought a CD years ago, right? Because I bought an Eminem CD, and I forgot how to open the CD. Because that's how long it's been.
Forgot how to open the case?
Yeah, because it was been 4 years, so I'm opening up the plastic, and I'm like, I couldn't. Then the sticker was on. I was like, wait, did I rip it off on the sticker? And it took me like 5 minutes. And I realized this is a problem. I used to go to Circuit City, when it used to be called Circuit City, and I used to buy a new CD every Tuesday. It was great, and then it got to the point. I think, well, we're not talking about the illegal downloading now. That's what I do. But the music got so shitty. The artists got lazy. They were just like, these fucking idiots will buy anything. So you start, every time you buy a CD, there's only one good song on it, the single, and the rest is shit. That happens so many times. That's why, like, all right, let's just put out singles now on iTunes.
Can you buy a single on a CD? Just one song?
Well, they used to put out
Really?
CD singles.
Yeah, like I'm a big Nine Inch Nails fan, and they would call all the different discs Halos. So like Halo 1 is just the single for Down In It, because Trent Reznor thought that would be the hit song from his first album, and then Halo 2 is the first album, Pretty Hate Machine. But then it turned out people liked Head Like a Hole, so Halo 3
Oh, it's such a
was
better
the
song,
single.
though.
Yeah, so like, yeah, he's trying to predict the mark and be like, yeah, Down In It's gonna be cool because it's got that like synthesizer, boop boop dee, boop 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 boop, and then, or wait, no, that's the opening of Head Like a Hole.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, so he always puts out what he thinks is gonna be the hot song, and then it's never what he wants it to be, and the album comes out, and then there's a single of that. So he just bloats it like, I am aware, like, I'm a fan, but he also just kind of says, like, these fucking fans will buy anything. They'll buy the shitty song that I thought was going to be good, and they'll buy the song they like. And both are on the album that they bought.
Yep.
Did you guys, like, the back, what's it called? LFO? Summer Girls? You guys remember that?
Oh, God.
LFO, they sold $1 million.
Stole my honey like I stole your bike.
Yes, I stole your honey like I stole. You gotta listen to it. It's the cheesiest rap lyrics. It goes Chinese food makes me. Anyway, songs like that would sell 1 million records. They would buy in TRL days. And they got to the point where it was just shit after shit.
I like fat girls because they learn how to suck good dick.
Is that a song of theirs?
That's how the Ramic pentameter is.
But you know the song be like Shaniqua Don't Live Here No More?
Yes.
That was on TRL. That song almost made it to #1. Shaniqua Don't Live Here.
Really?
It's a guy who gets a wrong number, and he's not a good rapper. And the premise of the song is there's a guy who's looking for a woman named Shaniqua, And he goes, I told you Beavis 6 times before. Shaniqua don't live here no more. And there's a guy, One Track Mike, who does the beatbox, and it's so lame. He goes, "Bum, bum, bum." And that song made it almost number 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds like a big fan of like Martin. That's like, I want to do a song that's like an ode to Shanae, than just the Shaniqua.
Wow, that's some interesting music.
A Shanae.
Waymo, the self-driving division of Google. I don't know if you guys know about Waymo and their self-driving cars is suing Uber.
Oh yeah.
You hear about that?
No.
Yeah. So, let's see. Ex-Google employee allegedly stole 14,000 trade secrets pertaining to the navigation hardware, and then moved to Uber.
You know, you put in pen dots over that sheet.
Of course. Oh, fuck. Great. There.
And now you just smeared it.
Oh my God, this is a nightmare.
Be lying. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you upset.
All right, I should get that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
sorry.
I
What are we
used.
supposed to do here?
I mean, I already spilled beer. I mean, your Red Bull, and you already did that.
Guys, we'll flip it when we leave.
We'll flip it over.
Flip it, and it's gonna.
But it's gonna look weird.
Is there a-
But
right.
we'll get
This is
that,
still
and we'll
recording.
drape it over that.
Oh God damn
Alright.
it! This is a disaster.
Well,
you think
it's
that'll
okay.
work?
I
I
mean,
don't, like, I
put
forget
some
if you're
bourbon on
supposed to use
there.
hot or-
I heard bourbon gets out ink.
No, I don't have bourbon.
All right.
Jameson.
Uber. We'll figure that out hopefully soon. But they wanted Uber to shut down their car program. They settled for $245 million worth of Uber stock. So, do you guys plan on? Would you feel safe getting in a self-driving car, or do you have some?
Not until it's like 40% self-driving cars on the road.
Oh, I've driven in the Tesla Model S, the 3rd generation. Which
Really?
still 4 people have died in those. But that's also dumbasses that are like, hey, this can do anything. And the most recent one took it out in the snow. And so it can't
Oh.
read the lines. It relies on cameras, lasers, and sonar. And it's trying to bounce sonar off of powder snow. It's trying to use cameras that look for white lines on white snow, and trying to use lasers that reflect off of the white snow.
That's silly.
So every and just right off a curve in like wherever the hell he was. I think it was like upstate Washington with the last snowstorm. But yeah, and that's like only the 4th death that somebody has died in a self-driving Tesla, and in each generation they've like eliminated the possibility of having that happen again. And now they can just basically, like an update to your phone, they can update the ones that are out there. Just like, that's kind of a weird shit thing, like how with video games, like you buy the game and all the shit for the game is on some discs, but unless you enter certain codes and take it online, you can't redeem shit.
Right.
With Teslas, the highest speed one, like the ones that do ludicrous speed, all the cars have the potential to do that. You just have to pay extra for them to unlock it. So you
Really?
technically could hack them, because you can also extend the range, the speed limit, the battery life. Like, you're basically paying extra for them to take the child locks off of some of those things. But so yeah, my friend has like paid the mid-level one, and he went like as cheap as he could. He bought like a demo one, and it was like, oh, there's a dent here and here, because like they would use as the loaner too when other people's ones were in the shop. But yeah, we went driving, and yeah, once we were on the highway, he just put it in self-driving mode, told it how many car lengths to stay behind, and you can see on the screen, like, it's like detecting everything. It uses the radar, like, so you can be behind a tractor trailer that you can't see in front of, but the radar knows if there's a car in front of it, whether it's safe to pass it, if you want to tell it to pass. But he did that, and the whole center console is just a giant like screen, so it's all touch screen and video. And yeah, he had self-driving, told it where it's like go Sam's Club, browser, bangbrothers.com, brings that up, and then it's just like porn going on. It's just like, yep, see.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now Bill will buy one.
Yeah. You can just you can tell your car to take you to work,
And you can just
play your
jerk off on the way to
Yeah,
work.
Yeah. So yeah, we're saying
crazy.
he has it going hands off, and and the smooth ride, faster than anything out there. Top Gear just did not Top Gear, the Amazon Prime version Grand Tour. The guy just did a review of the Model X, their SUV version, and it beat like an Audi Quattro Formaggio 780 horsepower car. Not in in just a drag race, because the acceleration on them beats anything.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely like the way of the future. I mean, especially with how many people just want to look at their fucking phones while driving anyway.
Yeah.
If they want to do that without dying, the self-driving cars are the way.
Did you feel scared when you were in it? Like, oh, something might... No?
No.
Let me see if I can do an impression of you. Repeat what you just said for the last 5 minutes. So like only 4 people. See, only 40% of the Tesla. No, see, so I was in a Tesla. All right, it's not that good. I can't remember.
Keep working on it. It's good.
It's all right.
I was in King of Prussia this afternoon. Well, this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There's always tons, but go ahead.
And it's fucking...
KOP in the house. Shout out.
I'm just trying to get on the turnpike, heading towards fucking New Jersey, and fucking... It was fucking hell. My fucking GPS, my Google Maps wouldn't sync up. So it would start me off in the right direction, and when I'm like about ready to get to some serious intersections and shit, I'm like, well, I don't know where the fuck to go, and it won't even recalculate. It says I'm like off the road. Fucking just makes me feel real panicky about a self-driving
I used to
car.
have when I used to drive for Uber. Like before I got on the highway, it would keep reloading.
That's just one thing.
Yeah. It would just keep fucking reloading. And I tried Google Maps and Waze. They're both the same because Google Maps bought Waze, whatever. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't work well.
No, they both are the same. Waze is supposed to tell you about traffic and stuff like that.
Police, right? It's supposed to tell you when there's police.
Oh, that's nice. I'm downloading that.
That's only if other people report it, though. If you don't, if
they
you
have
don't
to
return
update
the
it.
favor and say like, "Yo, Popo at the corner," of blah blah blah, it's somebody has to stop and say it.
I bet you, drug dealers would do it because they they go in like droves.
Yeah.
They got like lookout dudes.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's look out for everybody.
I never see the Northeast Comedy Cabaret cop cars on the things.
Do you see any on there? Like it?
No.
No.
No, I was making a joke, meaning like everyone here smokes weed.
Right.
It's a bad thing,
It's okay.
It's all right, Josh.
Times are changing.
It's podcast open mic. Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus. Any of you guys have Samsung Galaxy phones?
Nope.
I have J7. That's
J7.
I bought it because it's J7. I bought it because it's cheap. Like the S ones are $600, $400.
Also, you can't. They prioritize waterproofing in Galaxy phones over expandable storage and battery replacement. So you can't do that with the Galaxies. It's just you get what you get, and you have to use the cloud to store stuff. But
so the new one actually will have. So the S9 is going to have expandable storage. Do you have the 6 or
the J7 where I can?
Oh, you have the J7.
The
You too with your J7.
But my dad
I
bought
got
a
the memory
fucking
card
J7.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys big fans of the J7?
I like it. I mean, it's like I mean, it's kind of big. I don't need a phone that big, but I like it. I mean, I bought it just because, like I said, I didn't want to spend. I didn't want to update my phone in the first place, but T-Mobile
cheap,
made
but
me
it's not
update,
shit.
and I had no choice. So.
All right, well, that might be the cheaper alternative. The S9 is going to have expandable storage, 6 gigs, 480 slow-mo. One of the big things people like about it is the headphone jack, the iPhone. You guys have it in your... How about your BlackBerry? Do you have a headphone jack in that
I
thing?
do.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I jack on.
Yeah. Jack on, jack off?
I jack on when I jack off.
What does that mean? Jack into the
that
Matrix?
Means I like to plug in and listen to the moaning and the groaning.
So you watch a lot of porn. Would you say you watch too much porn?
No,
Back to the porn again.
I wouldn't say I watch too much porn.
Oh, yeah,
but
you're leading the
I
topic
do.
tonight. Go
I
ahead.
do jerk off like a man.
What'd you say?
I say you're leading the show tonight. Please. No, I was joking. I wasn't being addicted.
That's all I know.
What just happened?
I thought you got mad. I was like, sorry.
I'm never mad.
Let's see.
It's all about the ambiance.
Would you guys use a printer that takes voice commands? Do you think that's a little excessive?
I mean, don't you usually just hit file and print? Isn't that usually enough?
I just need a printer that uses semen as ink.
Yeah, what do you call it?
I would call it the cum insider. I don't know. I would call it the
because it can only print one color.
The
though,
laser
right?
jet.
Unless you're just the laser jet.
Laser jet.
SpaceX, Tesla launched their car into space on the rocket. I don't really have too
It's a
much.
stupid publicity stunt.
Yeah, it's.
You don't think they actually plan to do anything with it up there, right? Is it just in space? Is it just floating out in space?
I forget. Is it going towards Mars?
It's passing Mars.
It's supposed to go in the orbit or just fly past Mars?
Fly past.
Okay. And haven't they said it's already being ruined by radiation? The one educational thing about it is showing what an unshielded vehicle, what happens to an unshielded vehicle in space, and it's just being pockmarked with microasteroids and torn to shit, and the radiation is just turning the stuff. Just like how a set of headlights gets brittle and yellow, like the plastic on older style headlights turns to shit after a few years.
You turn them to neutral.
Yeah.
So cars aren't ready for space yet, right? Not
Glass
quite
of
yet.
headlights and turn them to neutral.
I was
Stop
hoping the
correlating with the
secret.
loser in the cruise control.
The baby's in Reno with the vitamin D.
Something on the couch and sleep
on the love seat.
You know what they're saying?
Beck loser.
Yeah, we're so
God.
old. We're
You
old.
guys are so old.
We're
Guys
31.
are
We're in a 31, man.
Man.
They play that song on the radio every fucking day.
I know.
It's all right.
One of my
You
favorite
could sing. You
karaoke.
should sing it for karaoke.
Sorry, it's not Bieber, bro.
It's Bieber.
Yo, I want to see Justin Bieber beat up Lil Pump.
I don't know, Little Pump.
Lil Pump
that
is
from
that
your-
Skittle-faced, fucking tattooed-faced retard, talks shit all day long and fucking makes bullshit music.
We should have a music show. We talk about this.
Yeah,
stuff,
we
right?
should have a music
We
show.
have a lot of music conversation we could get to. All right, so let's wrap this up, and then we could talk about Little Pump. Josh, you want to wrap this one up?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Go ahead.
About the Tesla X thing.
Yes.
The one thing I never hear mentioned, hardly hear mentioned on any podcasts or news or talk about the Tesla thing, is that it's rocket boosters, the rockets that are that help it propel it into the outside the atmosphere, outside Earth's orbit. Those two boosters disconnect, but instead of burning up into the atmosphere, they fucking returned to Earth and landed like fucking pencils.
Yeah.
So they have their own chips in there that know how to navigate.
What's that?
You could watch
Reusable
them.
boosters, yeah, not one-time uses like the majority of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, and
So they know how to fly back to
they
Earth.
fly back to Earth and they land standing like they fucking just shot up. It's like watching them land is like watching the video in reverse. It almost made me feel like, wow, they fucking faked it.
That's pretty amazing.
It looks so fake because it looks so unreal.
Well, there's flat earthers who think the whole Tesla launch was fake.
And I really wish they fucking had a video that proved that it's one transition from away from the.
They would still say it's just a flawless edit or whatever, or CG, just you can see Avatar and all that. There's no convincing them or whatever.
Yeah, flat Earth is stupid. Chemtrails, on the other hand,
Are also stupid.
I don't think so.
All right, well, we'll talk about chemtrails in a minute. This has been Crazy Tech News. Email us at tlndshow@outlook.com and tell us, if you can find facts on how the flat Earth is a real thing, go ahead, but I don't think you will. Thanks for listening. All right, so
Things are gonna change. I can feel it.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
Beck.
Oh. Beck. This is the Beck podcast.
Beck and Bjork. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, God.
When you want to see Beck have sex with Bjork? Fun fact,
While
Beck,
she's dancing.
Beck is a Scientologist.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He was raised one. His parents are, so he's been in it since birth.
Isn't that fucking weird? It's been around that long that people are born into Scientology.
Yeah, that's some pretty crazy shit. Actually, let's do that. Let's talk about that on the Oh Jesus podcast.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Phil, why don't you introduce the episode?
Hey everybody, you're listening to the Oh Jesus podcast, and this podcast is brought to you by Bill's Bathwater. That's right, you can buy my bathwater. It's a high quality product. You're going to want to buy it. I come in it. Here we have B Lion and Josh Jakaboo, and of course we have a special guest, Will Fitz, on the show, and we're going to be, and this is me, Bill Miller, with the bathwater.
The bathwater.
That's right. I don't just jizz in it. There's a little bit of
this your gum,
spit and cum, and
Is this your gum?
no, it's not.
Oh no, you were talking about.
That's
cum,
not my gum. It's my cum.
Oh, great.
Oh, Jesus.
And you can chew on it.
I'll pass.
E-
I don't know you too well yet.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about how weird it is that Scientology has been around long enough for people to be born into it. Influential people like Beck. What's Beck's last name? I want to say, is it Hansen? Beck Hansen.
He's one of the Hansons.
Beck Crosby Hansen.
Remember when Bing Crosby used to be the guy everybody thought was bad, not Bill Cosby?
I would beat my kids with a sack of oranges and...
Why did Jesus invent alcohol? It seems like he wouldn't do that because it's not a sin to drink alcohol, but it does lead to bad things, like, if you overdo it, right?
True.
It is Beck Hansen, but E-N, not O-N.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
He does look like an old, aged-out member of Hanson, though.
He does.
Lovely long blonde hair.
So I want to hear Josh's theory about alcohol.
So I said it seems like God wouldn't be the type of guy to invent alcohol, even though, like he could, because if you drink too much of it, it'll lead to bad things. So it's like with anything else. It's like you have to use it in, was it margaration? Is that a word?
Moderation.
No, but is it margarine?
Margarine is what you're thinking of. It's fake butter.
Marge Simpson is...
People who don't drink in moderation are marginalized as drunks.
Thanks for trying to help me,
Ooh,
Bill, even though I
job.
sound dumb.
Very nice.
He just cleaned me.
Well,
he bailed me out, but I still sound so dumb.
There's
But-
Abrahamic religions that don't allow alcohol, like the wonderful religion of Islam.
Muslims.
They don't.
Hey, stop fucking
Really?
so hard up there. We're doing a
Not allowed-
podcast.
not allowed
Fuck
to
that
drink.
hooker some other time.
Hey Josh, weren't you gonna have sex with somebody here one time?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So here's what happened years ago. So
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus! So I was on stage and I had a White Russian, and for some reason, whenever I drink a White Russian, I think I'm not that drunk, but I am. So I was up there, and this black woman was filming me for some reason. So I was like, "Oh look, I got her pussy wet." I was like, "She's gonna masturbate to me with a Popeye's chicken bone."
She was filming
and then-
or foaming.
Filming, maybe filming too. So afterwards, I said, "Miss, I'll buy you a drink," and I never buy girls drinks. So I took her to the bar and bought her like a drink. And then I was like, are you staying here? She's like, yeah. And I asked her straight up, I was like, can I come up to your room and have sex with you? And she went, oh my God. She's like, no, my husband, he's gonna come here late night to pick me up. And I was like, can we do it before he gets here? And she went, what? And she just took the drink and walked away.
Good
And
for her.
I said on my podcast that I was gonna try to fuck her and then record the audio for my podcast.
You said as a prank, right?
Yeah, like as not as a prank. I wasn't that attracted to her, but I said for content. And kind of like for, I'll do anything for podcast content.
Well, at least you had it documented.
Also,
I didn't have it documented. 'Cause I didn't have it.
comedy pro tip there, saying as a prank, if Louis C.K. just said that beforehand, hey, I'm just jerking off in this room with you locked in. As a prank, it's a goof.
I don't care what
Silly-
anybody says.
silly
Louis
little
C.K. is a good man, and those girls need to keep their mouth shut. Because one of those female comics was into it. She laughed and told Doug Stanhope about it. And then Doug Stanhope said to that same girl, can I jerk off in front of you? She's like, I don't care. And he jerked off in front of her.
Yeah.
It's just these hoes want to wait 20, 30 years later when it's fucking not relevant anymore. And it's like, they need to start fucking speaking up and stop fucking waiting so long. That's fucking corny.
So we've done we've probably done more sex content than anything else, even without doing the sex show.
We were talking about the alcohol.
So the alcohol.
And Scientology. Scientologists are drunks. That's how they come up with their crazy scenarios.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, did you guys ever see the documentary? Well, did you see it?
L. Ron Hubbard wasn't in Star Wars.
Oh, it's great.
See that,
are you talking about Eric Andre? You're talking about the black Scientologist.
L. Ron Hubbard was a black man.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard was a black man. He wasn't in, what do you say? He wasn't in Star Wars. True. He's not the true God.
No.
That was a great. Eric
Andre's a god. Let's get him on the show. He'll do it.
Yeah.
He'll do the show. We ask him, what's he done? I mean, no offense. I mean,
a lot.
I'd be,
okay, he's on Howard Stern.
Plus, I'd be uncomfortable with his dick out because his
he does
dick would come out and stuff. Especially if I just
no, I'm talking about not having him here. I'm talking about on the phone, maybe.
Yeah,
hot ones.
I don't know if he'll do that.
But you were talking about that as long as you take your dick out as a bit.
Yeah,
and
it's
okay.
You throw a disclaimer out there and stuff. You just have to do that. And,
yeah.
But yeah, L. Ron Hubbard. I didn't see Going Clear, but I saw The Master with.
I loved it. Joaquin Phoenix.
Philip Seymour Hoffman before he died.
And it's a conspiracy that maybe the Scientology people killed him because he came out with that movie.
Wait, so what is this movie? What is it about?
The Master is about they used to own slaves.
Oh.
And the black guy had to say, yes, master.
First of all, it's P.T. Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson film, or what is that the name of the guy? He did There Will Be Blood and Magnolia. So his movies are always long as shit and just like they're realistic in the sense that you feel like, hey, why isn't this like a movie where we just see the best parts and it's edited? It's just like super drawn out, but it's still good. I think The Master's one of the best ones as far as like being more concise and to the point, showing Joaquin Phoenix as this poor fucked up soul, and he's a great, like, he fucks around with people taking their pictures at Macy's, and he's like an alcoholic, and somehow he ends up like hanging out with L. Ron Hubbard as he's trying to do this self-help group that turns into the cult of Scientology.
Wow.
And like because he's Joaquin Phoenix is such like a crazy nut job. He uses him as like his little test subject to come up with like the most extreme methods of like the e-meters and the auditing process, and it's a good performance between both of them, and just some fun stuff.
So was this based on reality, or was it just kind of
that's always tricky because like you either, because how litigious Scientologists are, you have to either be completely true and back it up with shitloads of evidence because they'll take you to court, or you have to change it enough and be like, hey, this could be anyone. And I think they went that route where they're like, they didn't say he's L. Ron Hubbard, they didn't call it Scientology, but they basically followed everything about his life, and it's just like, oh, these are just different people, they don't have that name, and this isn't that religion
in that very specific period of time.
Yeah. And they're on little ships, and they'll be like, hey, make little sailor suits and do these tests.
What was that called? What are they called again?
I don't know.
It was like he got kicked out of the Navy, so he made his own. The Sea Org, that's what it was. The Sea Org. Let's see. Did you guys ever see that commercial for that God-voiced Bible thing where it's like $20 and it reads the Bible to you and it's like in God's voice?
Wait a minute.
You seen
Who does
that?
the voice acting?
It's the guy who
I
does
don't
the
know.
Mortal Kombat.
Morgan Freeman?
The Mortal Kombat voice. That guy is really like goes fatality.
It's kind of like that. Kind of like
Finish
that.
him.
Yeah, it's,
Plague of locusts descends on Egypt.
it's really interesting.
I wouldn't mind trying an audio Bible book, but I probably would just sleep during it.
Well, also that voice would get tiring just because it's like it's all the same. Like there's no rest where it's like blah 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 and then blah 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 blah. There's no change in tone to like indicate an important part. So it's like
because it all sounds like that.
Yeah, so even like the beginning where it's like, and Zebekiah begat Ishmael, and Ishmael begat Horus, and Horus, but it's like, oh god, it's just the fucking roll call. It's all in the Old Testament.
I think as a show we should get one. Yeah. Definitely. Josh, Would you listen to it if we got one for the show? Would you listen to the God Bible?
Yeah, sure.
thing?
For the show, I would listen to it.
Too much. Just get a free Bible out of the hotel drawer, and then we'll all read passages as different characters. And Christopher Walken here, on the seventh day, he took a nap.
How many impressions do you have, Bill?
Just that.
Oh,
he has
I
a
caught him.
lot.
Yeah.
He's great. He's an improv guy.
No, that's cool.
He's got a lot,
One of the few good improv comedians, right?
Yeah.
Is that do you take that as an insult?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't perform improv. I just pay a shitload of money to go take classes, and I'm not sure if I'll take any more, because there is no God. Or no, just there is no humor in modern New York.
Well, listen, Bill, weren't you saying at one point that you thought God was the original comedian or something like that?
No, Jesus.
He would tell a punchline and then show the woolies on his hands. He goes, nailed it.
Nah.
It wasn't that good. But...
Yeah, Bill, was there any more?
And then he would
theory?
take out his cross and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, did I cross the line?
I mean, like, you know,
Am I right?"
The legendary Lord.
he was on a hill.
The legendary, like legendary wind, the
yeah.
legendary Lord. That went over my head. That was good. Sorry, Bill.
No, there isn't. There isn't any more to the story.
No, I would tell her, please.
I have nothing else to say.
I'm sorry for.
Well, yeah, Jesus would be. He would be up on a mountain, and he was born on a mountain, raised in a cave. Fucking and trucking is all he craved.
Sounds like a dice poem.
And people, yeah.
Jesus was up on the fucking mountain. All he craved was.
All he craved was cunts. Rickety dickety dunce. I give up. I'm fucking old now. I don't know. I love dice.
Mary came down there with $2.50. She needed the money.
I think other comedians have joked about like just how sort of sadistic and fucked up God is, especially Old Testament God. The biggest one is the book of Job, where God is hanging. It opens with God and the devil hanging out, and like they make a bet, like which you're not even supposed to do. Like Jesus is the one that flipped out and said, like, you're gambling here, and flips these tables. And, like, my dad would be pissed. Yeah. Meanwhile, his dad's like, the devil's like, oh, you think they love you, but you give them a hard enough time, they'll be like, why the fuck is this happening to me? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I bet you, how much? Bet you 50 souls? Okay, watch, Job there, he loves me, and he'll do it. Yo, Job, I'm gonna kill your kid, kill your wife, kill all, and like, just they all die horrible deaths, and then it's just like, oh God, why? He's like, do you still love me? Yeah, you got some sort of plan. I'll worship you forever, and kept doing that until he had like nothing, and then he makes Job himself like blistered and sore, and then devil's like, all right, Jesus, all right, okay, you win the bet, and then he's like, ha, told you, and then he's like, boom, you're cured of all your diseases, and here's a new wife and children. Not the ones that die, just like, hey, here's some new ones.
Hey, it's nice to re-up every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, and he ends up with, I think, more children than he started with. Like, that's a bonus. Like, more kids, more mouths to feed.
More
like,
of God's children.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Spread the gospel.
Got me, Lord. I didn't doubt you. Kids, don't fuck with them.
So that was God and the devil, like, joined together on that?
I bet you the devil was like, man,
no,
I can't believe what I got God to do.
I've only heard it secondhand. I haven't read it. I got a Bible in the car. It came with the car. I bought the car at
Where'd you buy it?
Car Sense. So apparently they're like religious, like Little Caesars Pizza or something. And
I didn't know that about Little Caesars Pizza either.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are they?
Huge sponsor of the Catholic Church and
Oh,
seminaries.
God.
I know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sucks. I'm gonna
even
stop
think
eating
about it.
there
Oh,
because
I know. Like
hot and ready's are fucking
$5 pizza, and they're good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're hot and ready, just like these children.
That money, yes, that money goes
Fuck
to prepare those guys, and they get the seminary class, and they're like, here, learn about Jesus, and also learn about keeping their fucking mouths shut.
Yeah. Fucking
and stick with the little boys. They're too ashamed to tell about it until they get in 30, and then they're like, me too.
How many fucking
that's
priests
rough.
are like fucking they're priests because they got fucking molested in the church when they were growing up, and now it's like, well,
do unto others as others you do on. You plan on doing to others.
Yeah, fucking. You said it all right there. Fucking shit.
Also, Domino's and
doesn't it say in the Bible, eye for an eye if you want to rape somebody?
Goes without saying. Papa John's
so.
Also supports, but two that directly donate to the church are like the CEO of Domino's and Little Caesars. Papa John's just donates to conservative causes and stuff, but also like nobody likes Domino's anyway. Apparently, it's like
except for me. I'm the only one.
Joke. I mean, you'll eat any pizza in a pinch, but yeah, the Little Caesars thing does suck because it's just like no ordering. Go in, here's $5, give me a pizza.
Now you said that they were good. I would have to debate that because I could pay $6 at 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven pizza is not as good as Little Caesars.
It's the same. The hot and ready.
Well, because
the hot and ready
Little Caesars at least.
They might season it.
No, they at least kind of hand make it. 7-Eleven takes it out of like a frozen pizza wrapper and puts it in a fucking toaster. It's not that much better.
Little Caesars has got to be like that.
They got to
save on some of it. But no, and also as far as seasoning it, that is more regional because if you go to the like Little Caesars around here, like Grand or Red Line or whatever, it's plain Jane pizza and stuff. But I work by one that's on near Easton and Cheltenham, a little special neighborhood there. They kick it up a notch. Red pepper and black pepper on it by default.
Let's call Little Caesars right now and ask them.
Yeah.
Let's.
My dad used to be named Caesar. He was little.
The Cheltenham Little Caesar?
No. Oh God, don't call.
Just gonna ask them if they support pedophilia.
You guys don't happen to know Will Fitz, do you? No, don't do that.
Do you pepper your pizza? And see, then they'll just think it's a straight up prank.
No, they won't. Bill has a serious voice.
Yeah, I do.
But also, you
Little
have
Caesars?
the voice of a white man, and they'll think you're playing with them.
Well, talk black, but do your black man voice. You have a black man voice.
So it's a Little Caesars, right?
Yeah.
Cheltenham. What?
Cheltenham and
Easton. You said.
Is it Easton? Easton. Whatever.
Just type in Cheltenham. Little Caesars.
So are you saying that they put the spices on there because they think black people like the spices more?
They do. It's their neighborhood, their employees and stuff like that.
Interesting.
You're just kind of
Yeah, this is my bit we're doing. Put it closer to this.
So what are you gonna do? Ask them if they
you'll hear it.
Support pedophilia?
Live prank call. TLND live prank call.
Hi, my name's Bill. I just picked up a pizza, and I just have some. I have a couple of questions. If that's all right.
Okay.
I noticed. Now I'm new from the area, and the Little Caesars over by my old house. I don't think they seasoned my pizza. I think it's just plain Jane pizza. But when I got the pizza from your store today, I noticed it's all peppered up and it has like spices. What's that all about?
Maybe it's the sauce.
No, it was like baked into the cheese and such.
Did you get a pepperoni or you got a cheese pizza?
I got a half pepperoni, half cheese.
I'm not sure, because that's never happened before.
Oh.
Like, it's already seasoned. Like, our sauce is seasoned, but we don't season. If you ask for seasoning, we season your pizza. But if not, we leave it, like you said, plain Jane.
Oh, thank you so much.
Excuse me, I have one last question.
Okay.
Is it true that you guys season it extra for the black people in the area?
Say it again?
Is it true you guys season the pizza extra because there's more minorities in the area? They like spicy foods?
Yeah, that's a little racist.
Well, I'm just asking because I know someone who used to work there.
We're just trying to settle a debate, and I don't know. My daughter farted on the pizza, and I don't know where to go from here. And
oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the sauce. That's the spices, the fart.
Okay.
Sorry. Happy Black History Month.
I love you.
Was he just like dying inside?
What's the matter?
Because I worked retail and I hated fucks like you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you understand that most people don't
shit.
prank call. This is a gift from
What
God.
do you mean most people
A
don't
gift from
prank
God,
call?
yeah.
Like,
Will,
it's-
you're
it
so.
is-
Why are you upset?
Because it's really fucking annoying.
Sorry,
You're
Will.
working for shit an hour.
You're right.
And then you get
No, it
these
is, but it
calls.
is.
I'm gonna say, Will.
I ruined it.
He ruined it. I was gonna kick it up a notch.
You were
until
about to end it, and then he had to throw in and be like,
I was gonna give it a little
Guys,
twist, a little
I'm
surprise.
leaving.
I was
I'm
gonna
going
give-
back to my. No, I'm not sad. I ruined the podcast.
You didn't ruin it.
I'm taking my shit book bag and home, and I'm going there. I'm gonna take a piss and head home.
that's your thing. Don't let your dream die of.
No, it's not a dream. I mean,
insulting-
I'm only doing this, podcast.
I enjoyed it.
For Be Lion to make some money. So he can quit his iPhone business.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you fix iPhones?
Well, listen,
No,
I
that's
totally
all.
agree. But listen, what I did, I offended her. It was totally wrong. But I will say this. When I used to watch CKY, do you remember Fire in the Hole? They would throw a big cup at the employees.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near fucked up as that.
No,
And it was
but-
fucked up. Like, I offended her as a black person. Okay, I'm not saying that's not cool. It's totally not cool, but it's not like I threw a fucking... It's like I see
No.
videos of people coming in, they put a camera in the person's face, and they're like, you fucked up my pizza, now I'm going to send this to corporate. Or they throw a fucking soda at them. I mean, it's not nearly...
it's no.
And it's
World
shitty,
Star
but
type stuff,
I don't think you
but
should get
it's
upset
still-
with
So
that.
Josh
I used
called
to
a
work
Papa
retail,
John's.
too.
Would you be offended,
Oh, God. Like,
or would you be glad because that's a competitor?
Let's wrap up,
No.
Oh Jesus.
All right,
Oh,
this has
is
been.
I'm sorry.
This
This
is
is
an
your,
oh, Jesus.
This is your. You're running the ship tonight. I spoke out of school, sir.
I think we're good. I think.
I know. Right.
Do you
to
think
talk
God
to
would be pro prank call? Do you think
He had to.
Old Testament God, it's hit or miss because he did plenty of dick things in the Old Testament, but Jesus would say not cool.
What are you showing me, Bill? I see there's cigarettes. What's the other stuff?
Dunkaroos.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure if that was one of your secret compartments in your floor where
Could
you
be.
hide.
This has been Oh Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
I think we covered God a little bit in there somewhere.
Alcohol, prank calling, Scientology, Beck,
Book of Job,
Me Too 2, impressions,
Little Caesar's Fun's
Yeah.
pedophilia.
Little Caesar's Minority
Gorgeous,
Girl.
That's a lot of
gorgeous,
stuff.
and gorgeous black girls.
Email us at TLND Show.
At
Tell us-
Outlook.com.
Correct. TLND Show at Outlook.com. Tell us what you think of the prank call. Tell us if you disapprove or approve. And tell us what toppings you like on your pizza. Thanks for listening.
Now, Will,
so
come on.
we covered-
How could you be so liberal? Especially at this room, this Northeast Cabaret that you know is racist.
It's not about a political affiliation or
I
anything.
know.
It's about not being a dick to someone who makes shit an hour.
Yeah, but actually they get paid more. I used to
I
work
feel
at
that.
I used to work at CVS. I used to make $5.75 an hour back in 2006. And even though I didn't, hey, what's up, Mike? We all good. You all right?
He's done?
Oh,
Pretty.
are you done for the night?
No, I was just checking on you.
Oh,
Do your cast?
yeah. We're gonna wrap up by 10. What time is it?
It's about 9:15. 9:20.
It's only 9:15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good.
No, I'm just checking.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay.
Could I get more drinks, please?
Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Shit.
You were talking about prank calling. And,
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I used to make $5.75 an hour working at CVS, and I didn't know it would do that to me. But I used to have fucking people accuse me of stealing their cat fucking coupons.
Your other cat, yeah. What, customers?
Yeah,
did?
like they accused me of stealing because there was a hospital next door, a nursing home my mom works at. So some people, I guess, I don't know if they were patients or it was just a lot of old people, and they had nothing to do. Yeah. And they would come in and argue about the prices, and they would go, "You stole my gift card." I was like, "Why did I steal your $8?" It would be in their cart, and they'd be like, "Oh, is it my?" And they wouldn't even apologize. Say, "I'm sorry, sir." And I got yelled at by so many old people and everything. And it's like I got shit on too. I mean, I didn't have somebody call me up and say something racial, but it's like. I mean, I can't believe Will Fitz got offended by that.
It's
I mean,
like he's never listened to the Josh cast.
I mean,
and
once
heard
again,
your
I think it was
prank
more.
calls.
It was the racial thing.
He's
But,
a little butthurt, but it's
no, he wasn't. But it was more from the working standpoint. But it's not like I'm some schnob.
You're not a schnob.
I've worked at Subway, CVS, Toys R Us, Sears, And, even at this mailroom fucking job, people don't talk down to me, but I work for a bunch of PhDs, smart people, and snobby fucking people who have a college degree. So, listen, it happens. It's like, look, not even racially, just in general, it's like, I think a phone call is not nearly as bad as I said, someone taking out their phone, like the public freakout commentary I do on Josk Jak. Like, I'm going to send this to corporate, and they shame the person, and then 100,000 people are watching on YouTube.
So,
yeah.
But once again, I'm a little drunk, and it's like, look, we all know I love prank calls. It was hard for me not to get into that.
It's all right. We don't have to have them on the show anymore.
I love those.
what are I was thinking about like what would be like some good day jobs for a comic.
Like that use the comedic kind of skill set?
Yeah, well, no, just like, a job that would like balance out like, okay, this is a day job, and so you have your nights free, and also it's a job that you pick up some material every now and then,
Well, how about we do this? How about we start this podcast as art, and then we'll get into that.
Oh, cool. I like that.
This podcast is art. We talk about performance art, paintings, pictures, all types of art. This is B. Lion.
And this is Bill Miller.
Josh Jak.
And that's it. That's all.
And Fitz will be joining the show, second-time guest. We're here at the Ramada, I can't say where. Oh, Ramada Showroom, where the Northeast performance takes place, the cabaret. And on this episode, we have a bunch of different topics. I don't have the topics. B. Lion does. So what do you want to start with?
Well, I actually wanted to get into what Bill was talking about here. It's an interesting idea. Like, what are good jobs to support you while you're pursuing your career as a stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
And did you have some ideas there?
Well, I was thinking when I was in middle school, I went to an alternative school, and the bus drivers there, that would be a really cool job, because there these guys that would pick you up and take you to school. They're bus drivers, except you wouldn't drive a school bus. You'd drive like a minivan or like a little shuttle van, and you pick up these crazy kids, because that's what they are. They're like kids that can't behave, or they're learning disabled, or you got some fun. In other words, you have some fun kids, and you drive them to school. I remember it was almost the best time of my life. Like just going on that bus and just fucking hearing what the crazy shit was going on with the kids, or like sometimes they'd freak out, and it wouldn't just be a bus driver, because it would be a bus driver and then another guy to sit on the bus just in case one of these kids freak out, because they could like fucking overtake the driver or whatever. And I've seen it happen.
This was in your school?
Yeah, this was in my school. Like every once in a while, like maybe twice a year, one of the kids would freak out, and then he would have to be restrained by the dude on the bus.
Did you go to some school for criminal kids?
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
We would take the turnpike up to school every day. So, it was about like a 40-minute drive every there and back.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great. These kids are fucking animals, and some of them like said like real fucked up sexual things. Like this one would grab the seat belt, the thing that would hold the seat belt together, and you could dismantle it to like make the van into like an open space. But he would take the seat belt thing, and it would be like a long phallic black thing, and he would call it a dildo, and he would stick it in his mouth and go dildo, dildo, and it was funny. You know, he did it because he was just goofing off.
Yeah.
But also, he would like when he'd get like really fucking mad, he would take it off and start fucking hitting you with it. And then he would be restrained, and he would spit in the guy's face, and the guy would like catch it with his hand and wipe it on him, and they would pull, and sometimes they would pull the car over, and it was just I always look back like, man, I would totally do that job. I would be that guy that freaking holds that kid down or drives the bus every day.
And this was the short bus, right?
Yeah, it was a short bus. You better believe it was a short bus.
Yeah.
I didn't think they had people on the bus. It seemed like whenever, because I've seen so many videos where there's fights or the bus driver hits the kids, there's never security. And that's the bus driver has to drive the fucking bus while these kids are just, just being kids,
Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, we never had anybody like that.
It wasn't the little bus. Like that's like the retarded.
That's
kids
what
would
I
go
thought
on.
you were talking. I mean,
No,
it's
this is like. Did you ever like take a shuttle from like a hotel to like a wedding reception or something?
I've taken like the ones in AC, those shuttle buses.
Yeah.
You talking about the same thing?
No.
Like the Philly Flash.
No, they're more like they're minivans. They're
Okay.
minivans, and they say school student on them.
Okay.
And they pick you up at your house, and then they drive by the normal kids waiting at the school stops or the bus stop, and then they are like, oh, there's Bill Miller. He lives down the street. He goes to the fucking crazy kids school. Let's not be friends with him when he comes back home.
Did you act up a lot? Is that why you
I
took this bus?
I was poorly. I had a problem with authority.
Yeah.
I like to no one can tell me what to do.
Did they diagnose you with oppositional defiance disorder?
If they did, I didn't remember.
Because that's what they did to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I never went to a special school for it, but
If they did, they didn't tell me.
yeah.
They just told me I was a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a fuck. Take him to another school. We'll pay for it.
Yeah. So you feel like if you become a touring comedian, you're like, see, me being a dick, it paid off.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would take that job for the material?
I would take that job for the nostalgia and for the material.
Yeah.
Because I would drive the bus, or I would be the dude, and I'd be like, hey man, I was like you. I was just like, well, you know what? When I went to the crazy school, I toned it down a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, these kids are fucked up. I want people to think I'm like these people.
So it was like Scared Straight almost?
It was exactly like Scared Straight.
Yeah.
It was like bikes.
Wow.
That fucking Tom Segura bit.
Oh, by the way, Will, we're doing this podcast is art. The show we did.
Oh.
Yeah, so he brought up the topic of what are good day jobs for a comedian to have to get material and also have an open schedule to do comedy.
Yeah.
You have an interesting day job, Will Fitz.
Yeah.
Day and night job, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly day, and then every other weekend.
99% of his job is driving cars.
Yeah, driving cars. Going to pick up the deceased, whether it's at nursing homes, hospitals, morgues,
Even house calls.
or
right?
house calls. Yeah. So, for the most part, it's like 8 to 4, and then on certain days you're on call. So then it is the whole day straight into the next work day, and it's different with different companies that do that, because some will just have shifts. So you can work the day shift, the night shift, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. So it's.
Do you find that helps you with material? The morbid nature of it?
Well, again, it could for some people, but
Yeah.
I would just find it unprofessional or disrespectful to talk about some of the stuff that I see. Like, I wouldn't make anything personally identifiable, but some of the things, like, it's a one-of-a-kind scenario, so of course, like, it wouldn't happen to anyone else. So I would tend to leave out anything that's about a specific house call, but yeah, just the hospital and nursing home stuff, and just in general too, of how overall this job has made me feel. I wasn't that trusting of doctors beforehand, but then dealing with them, getting to sign a death certificate, just a piece of paper with the instructions on it, realizing how fucking dumb that people that go to college for 5 years for like a doctorate are when it comes to just following simple instructions. And then you can confirm that seeing follow-up stories. Like, I just read one about a woman that like just was feeling this discomfort and got some x-ray and saw that she had 6 surgical sponges just like degrading in her. They just left them in there because they're like, yeah, it's natural, it'll just break down. Just like people that leave tools in there. There have been people that have like felt pain because they literally drop the tools in and then they're like, oh, just close them up. It should be fine. Like,
Yeah, not going to do a proper tool count. We're one or two off.
Yeah.
Oh, well. They'll turn up.
It's got blood all over it. Ew, I'm not touching that. But yeah, like I just had a doctor today that it's a bonus when you go to get the body if the certificate's already complete, because usually it is a pain tracking down the doctor later, and then they act like a kid that, you know, like a friggin' 8-year-old you're trying to get to do homework. I'm like, I want to go home. I want to drive my fast car, go zoom zoom. Because you just say like, yep, well, yeah, this patient of yours passed away. The least you could do is write a piece of paper saying why they died, and you know, it's not like you're responsible or anything. They were dying of something. What does your file say? Well, you know, she was 100 years old. I'm just gonna put old age. Yeah. It's not legally acceptable and stuff. You don't just like hit a timer like a turkey and be like, ding, oh, I'm 100, now I'm dead. Because why do some people die when they're 100 and some die when they're 70? So it's like, why did they die?
Right.
And this one wrote like, right under this, he wrote the abbreviation CAD or CAB, and it's right under the instruction that says do not abbreviate, all in caps.
Wow.
And he's like, well, why? Why can't I abbreviate? I was like, because I'm not a doctor. I don't know what CAD or CAB means besides cab. She died of a cab? Was she hit by a cab?
Yeah.
Like, and not to mention, like, you can like, GID, gastrointestinal distress, or like GID. It's like, so they died of gastrointestinal distress, like a fart. They just really had to fart real bad. No, Giardia, infectious disease. She died of Giardia. It's like, well, that is also the abbreviation for gastrointestinal distress. She died of holding in a big old fart.
Yeah.
No, but then write it the fuck out, dummy.
Write the fuck out, yeah.
Wow.
Like, so.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So some people talk to themselves. Do you ever, like, you're driving the car and there's the person in the back just be like, hey, how's it going back there?
Someone's been talking to you, because yes, I do.
Really?
I do talk to them. Not
You're not
like,
joking. You really do that.
Oh yeah, but it's like just keeping myself busy. That's mainly on the 2+ hour rides when I have them with me. If I've finished listening to my Joe Rogan podcast or something else.
Sorry about that bump.
But yeah, like I'll talk to them, but not in any way of just like, oh, I feel your presence and I hope you're at peace now. It's just making little comments and little
You make jokes?
Yeah, not at their expense, but just like look at this fucking jackass over here. It's called Bluetooth, asshole. Ugh. Those fucking kids. Am I right? So
That's an interesting job. So would you recommend that to up and coming comedians? Try out that job. Is there any benefit to it in your comedy?
Oh, well, again, the scheduling works out well.
Right.
The pay is way better than a lot of other stuff that comics do. But then it's also like, it also discourages me from trying other stuff because I can live comfortably off of it, so I don't need to go and like tough it out in New York and really try to do, like, I don't feel I have to try to do comedy professionally because I can actually like plan retirement and
You got a nice little path set.
yes, yeah, with the yeah.
So for you, comedy would mostly just be about paying the bills. It wouldn't be about the artistic
Oh well, no,
aspect of it.
But the idea though of like, if you really want to go, like I think there's nothing artful about doing open mics in front of a bunch of the same people. Like you're basically doing comedy for other comedians. So to grow as an artist and a performer, you have to do it more professionally in rooms where people are paying to see you. And whether or not you get that money, because there are plenty of ones where the headliner gets paid and then it's just like, hey, this was some good experience for you, you piece of shit.
Hope you have some CDs to sell.
yeah. So like that's still room to grow, and you could still do. I'm trying to think of a show I seen where I recalled the the openers being funnier than the fucking main comedian. I know that.
Probably here, any Saturday show you see.
Oh,
Right?
well, I've never paid to see. I've never seen a show here.
I mean, as a comic, you can watch for free, but
well.
but if depending if Darren's here or something,
Yeah.
he'll let you sit.
Yeah,
and watch.
I haven't bothered with that. But like one example I think was the Duncan Trussell. I like listening to his podcast. I think he's funny as shit. But I went to see his performance at the Trocadero like a year or two ago, and he was funny. But he had opened for him Johnny Pemberton, who was most recently seen in that Son of Zorn bullshit that Jason Sudeikis or whatever from SNL was on. It's like
Jason Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, yeah. And Johnny Pemberton was good still. Duncan was better, but before that, Mikey Kaplan. He's a real young kid from LA, like with Duncan and Johnny, and he was the first opener, and he was just so different, like incorporating. He actually had a soundboard and a mixer with samples with him too, that like he cued some stuff in perfectly and did some like background ambient music that worked really well with his stuff. And then he has like just surrealistic, goofy nonsense YouTube videos, Two Wet Crew, where it's like I think growing up he was heavily influenced by Twin Peaks, so like David Lynch, like what the fuck did I just see, sort of stuff. But it's still funny too because it's the same bizarre stuff you see in like Eric Andre, where like just weird like Chicken Man will pop up and like do something.
So do you think if you're a fan of Eric Andre, might enjoy Mike Kaplan's comedy?
Yeah, definitely. Say Tim and Eric, anything where it's just bizarre, where you're like, what the hell?
You ever see Two Live Jew?
No.
It's like these Jewish guys. They do Two Live Crew, but they only have one song I know is song. Oh, me so horny. They go and they have a Jewish woman do the chorus, and she goes, "Oi, it's so humid. Oi, it's so humid."
Is this a real thing?
They're like a parody band, but it's like, but it doesn't make sense because Two Live Crew's not around anymore. It's like, so how many songs can you really? But
You were doing, Josh, I don't know if you actually did it for any period of time. You did like a 2-man show type of thing with Darren, right? Darren Martinez.
Oh, yeah. We haven't done that. We used to call it 1.5 Hispanics.
Yeah.
And we would go on stage mainly at the VFW Hall and actually the Comedy Cabaret used to have an open mic on Monday nights. I don't know why. We knew he was going to die. So this old guy would buy us pizza. And we would just have a beer, and it was 4 of us.
I was there
audience.
one time.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was worse than a Wednesday night, if you can imagine. Awful. And so Darren and I, we were like, hey, instead of doing 5 minutes each, let's just go up together. Yeah. And we'd do like but we weren't that, like, we didn't have any, like, he was better at it than I was. I didn't have anything. I wasn't good at bouncing off him and stuff, so he would get most of the laughs.
Can't do a clean show.
Yeah, I can't. Well, it wasn't clean, but it was more like... that we were trying to set each other up for stuff, and some of it was funny, but it was more like he was better at it.
I enjoyed it the one time I saw it. Now, how many?
I think you enjoyed it because of Darren, probably. It was just...
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Darren fan. Everybody
but
knows that.
Darren was
the biggest Darren fan. I don't. Whatever.
No.
Does Darren listen to the show?
No, I don't think he does. I mean, it is a long show, and
he told me he does.
I don't dislike
Darren.
Well,
I think he listens.
I enjoy Darren's humor.
Episodes, but now that there's a podcast feud, I don't know.
Yeah. Does he still do the show? Anyway, we don't have to talk about that show, but
yeah. So 2-man show is it was cool. Something I'd like to do again. I actually wanted to come up with some bits like that. The place, the VFW Hall in Glenside. They don't do comedy nights, but on Thursday night it was just terrible. It was a smokers bar, which I hated. Good for if you're a smoker, but it would just give me a fucking headache. Like a bingo
was
hall?
That the place I went to? Yeah.
And so they would give you like Dan Mahan who runs it. He would give you like 8 minutes. And it was a rough room. Like, you would get heckled because it was just a neighborhood bar where old guys would people would just go, and they would kind of heckle you. And I remember this guy actually got me good one night because I said the word hick. I didn't think I could piss white people off, but apparently white people who are like white people consider themselves hicks, don't like to be called hicks.
Really?
So I said,
I didn't
this
know
is a
that
nice
word
hick bar.
was bad.
I said, this is a nice hick bar. And the guy was like, where's your green card?
Oh,
and it didn't make me laugh. It did make me laugh, though. I was like, that was pretty fucking good.
That's good.
And especially he had the nice thick, southern. I'm like, where's your green card? And I started laughing.
You don't have footage of that, do you?
No, I might have the audio, but you can't hear it.
You're a pro now. You go back and stuff, and he's probably got that same line. He hasn't been working his type 5, so he'll just be like, where's your green card, Mexican? And then you'll just be like, I hope they build a wall, because, that way I can not move out of my parents' house, and you build a wall around me, I live in there. And it would just be like, damn, son.
But see, I know you don't do open mic Trump anymore, but if you had did it there, they would have got a kick at it.
Stand up.
Yeah, we don't like those Trump supporters. This boy.
He gets it. He's wrong act.
But it was a good room because it was just a room. It's like, look, it's a fucking neighbor. It's like a music comedy open mic. Like, you're lucky if anybody even listens to you. Just go up there. You might as well just fuck around. And if you can win them over, you feel like a hero more than a regular comedy open mic. Because at a comedy open mic, people you expect them to see comedy unless they're just there to see their friend, which happens. And it hasn't happened at a Wild Cabaret where like 30 people go to see one guy, and they're all just they don't want to watch the comedians. Then when a guy goes up,
gotta go get on one of the Illuminati shows with the burlesque and stuff.
Is that the Fenrir show?
No, that's
Is that Andrew Mahon?
Andrew Mahon show.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
get some stretch marks and titties in between.
Oh yeah, I did a
jokes and
burlesque
forget
show years
everything.
ago. They were wearing pasties.
Stretch marks and a lot of pregnant performers.
Or just
Where's that at?
not great.
Isn't that Bob and Barbera as well?
No, well, that's what Matt Morgan does, and also Georgie Moore, who isn't a comedian, just more of a sideshow host or
So
whatever.
where's the Illuminati? Is that
Illuminati's at the VFW.
Okay, so that's at the
yeah.
VFW one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I you know what? I ever since you told me about the VFW shows, I was like, man, that's a fucking show.
Yeah.
I used to go to Beef and Beers every once in a while, but there's also this one Beef and Beer I went to. They had Foxy Boxing, and it was fucking garbage. It was fucking garbage. It sucked. It wasn't well organized. Fucking a bunch of meatheads showed up and they got all amped up and fucking they saw tits and the fucking all the hormones in the air and one of the guys ripped a sink right out of the fucking bathroom.
Wait, can you explain what this is then? Is this
Foxy Boxing?
Yeah, what is that?
Foxy Boxing is where you get two girls that do not box, or that have no athletic. They're they're girls to look at. And
go like this,
and
like
it's pretty much a wet t-shirt contest without the wet t-shirt. That's all it is.
Slap fighting.
And then you get that one girl that showed up to kick a girl's ass, and then you'd watch a fucking skinny girl hit the ground. But Beef and Beer, $20, good night.
So it was like a benefit for somebody?
Yeah, it was like a benefit.
And what was the deal with the guy ripping the sink out?
All I know is the fucking guy running the place was like, everybody out, someone ripped his sink out of the wall,
Guy wasn't even angry, he was just enjoying the show?
There was a lot of anger. There was the crowd, the MC was awful. I had long hair at the time.
How could you be angry at a time like that?
I don't know. It wasn't well put together. The fucking girls didn't know what to do. It was up on a stage.
Passed away, so
it's up on a stage.
Let's get to some titties.
But
I know it's an interesting occasion.
It should have been like out on the floor among the men, but it was up on the stage, and the tables were way back, and then everyone was just holding their fucking plate of fucking soggy meat sandwich and.
Yeah. They shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't be looking up. They should be looking down in the circle jerk pit. Like,
exactly.
The meat.
So you guys have anything else to say about performing art, or should we wrap this up? All right, this has been This Podcast is Art. Thank you for listening. Email us at tlndshow@outlook.com. Tell us if you talk to dead people or if you like to watch topless women. Are they topless?
They weren't topless.
Oh, bummer. Forget about it. Just email us your
But they were all
performance art
strippers.
info.
And there was an after party. I wasn't invited.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sorry.
I went.
Oh, good.
But I wasn't invited.
Oh, that doesn't.
And it was just like
better.
it was like 20 dudes hanging out in a room with a stripper, and the stripper was like, "Oh, what's your name? Oh, why do they call you new guy? Oh, hey, and what's your name? Oh, is there anything to eat?" And it's just a bunch of guys just waiting, like, maybe I'll get laid.
Yeah, I was thinking that. They're all delusional.
I was
They all
there
think they're
thinking,
gonna
like,
get laid.
maybe I'll get laid. I'm the only guy here with long hair. Maybe she's into long hair.
Where's the bathroom at? I mean, how do I get
So,
back to the?
yeah, go through there.
How do I get back to the bar?
It took me a while.
Oh, to the left.
What time is it?
And then.
Well, we got time for one more topic, so you guys keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Let's see, we can do market
You don't
yourself.
break it between the things. It's just the whole thing all recorded.
No, we do.
We'll edit.
Yeah, we edit. Josh edits it all after the fact. Let's see, we can do poop stories. We can do market yourself. I think we already did the crazy tech, so we got through a few. Let's do screwboard. Actually, let me see. You guys watched a lot of TV lately?
Yeah.
Not me so much.
No?
Yeah.
Not too much?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
All right. Trying to decide between that and the hobby show. I guess we'll just go with TV and movies. TV and movie experts. Bill, you want to do Bill, you want to do the intro?
Sure. This is TV and movie experts. Let's start over.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, you're listening to TV and movie experts with your very faithful host, B. Lion, and Josh Jak, and we have special guests, Fitz, and myself, Bill Miller. Today's episode is brought to you by Highly Concentrated Semen. Buy my highly concentrated semen. It's mine. You'll like it. It's nice and thick. I lay it out on the radiator, and it congeals. I don't know what you'll use it for. It certainly isn't good for procreation, but it does stink.
And to those of you still listening out there, the show is also brought to you by Casper Mattresses. Enter key code JoshJak at your checkout, and you can try out a Casper mattress, which will even guarantee you a gentle night's sleep, even after hearing that story about congealed semen. As it haunts you in your dreams, the Casper mattress will nurse you into a gentle, deep sleep. Remember, that's key code JoshJak at checkout, and the mattress, you can try it out for 90 days. I mean, you can't try that out anywhere else.
And you can send it back?
Yep, even with congealed semen on it. I mean, that might void the warranty. I'd read the fine print. Read the fine print, but I guarantee you'll sleep like a babe. Even after hearing those stories, even after all these school shootings, you will still just you touch that mattress and your cares and worries go. You hit REM sleep in no time.
I have a feeling that all these discounted mattresses are just the ones that have been returned.
Is that gross? Unless you're into that shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to
Hey,
pay
if
full
you-
price for a fucking mattress.
If you can buy used panties out of a vending machine in Japan, you can buy a cum
Laden.
mattress.
I'm turned off about the idea of flame retardant mattresses.
Why is that?
Because they apparently, like, if you breathe in what they're made out of, it's not nice for your
Really?
body. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Everything causes cancer.
Every-
Get used to
Yeah,
it.
but it's like
unless
I'm
you live in
sleeping
California,
I'm
you
sleeping in
won't
cancer.
find out what causes it.
I want to, I'd rather, I mean, I'm not going to fucking play with fire in my bed. Let me have the option of having a flame retardant bed.
Piss in the bottle. Just aim carefully.
Someone's got to keep this party started, boys.
Wait,
I
did you
would
ever
piss in the
find
No,
the?
he didn't.
You never found
I
this?
don't know how to
Use,
find
use
it.
one of those sinks they don't use.
I know, but I know Mike's gonna catch me. And I'll be there from this place. Like, go, get out of here! I'm going to
Yeah,
come.
Oh yeah, he can't come back, right?
You guys start about movies.
All right.
Are we doing TV and movie experts?
Yeah.
I saw 2 movies. I talked about it with Bill. But
All right. So, Bill, what have you been watching lately?
Well, I've been watching the brand new channel, the Paramount Network. Have you seen any advertisements for the Paramount Network?
No. Is this an app you can get, or is this a TV channel?
This is a TV channel. I think it's basic. I have basic cable, so...
I had basic cable. I don't have it anymore.
Now you have premium cable.
No cable, just internet.
Fuck yeah, that's the way to be.
And I don't like it.
I don't blame you. So on this basic cable channel, Paramount Network, they have... did you know that the Paramount Network... you know the logo, it has the mountain and the 22 stars?
I didn't know the number of stars, but yeah.
I had to count recently because I was always wondering, it's like, what are those 22 stars for?
Yeah.
Turns out that when the Paramount Network, Paramount Pictures, they're one of the big 6 movie production companies in Hollywood. When they started, they took 22 actors and actresses and signed them deals, like contracts. And in the contract was like, you'll be represented by a star on our on our logo. Wow. And that's where the term movie star comes from.
No way. Are you serious?
That's right. So I'm watching.
That's where the term movie. So if somebody was in a movie before that, what were they called?
Oh, they were probably called
actor, actress.
Just an actor or an actress or a famous actor.
Wow. So there was no such thing as a star.
Before then, it was pretty much like if you're an actor, you're of the stage.
That is so bizarre. Where did you hear this?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Okay.
Yeah. After I entered it, I was like, this is a nice story. I'm going to submit this. And it stayed up there for 40 days before it took it down.
I see. No, but this is real. That's really where it came from.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Did you recognize the names of any people? Well, so this was a long time ago. What,
yeah, there was like black and white movies.
Yeah.
I did not recognize any of the names. I think as far as I go back is the original Addams Family, you know.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball is as far as I go back, you know.
Now, were you stoned when you thought to count the stars?
Oh, I was a little kid because I really,
this wasn't recently.
I really liked movies, and I especially liked the Paramount. Like, some of my favorite movies had, like, you know, those opening scenes, like, you know, you see the logo and you see like that one with the lion is like rah, rah, rah.
Yeah,
and then
MGM.
MGM and then you'd see the one with like the Sphinx, and that really got me off.
What's that one?
I forget. But
is that like some third party like knockoff thing?
No, I forget what they are. But fucking Paramount Pictures, that was a big buildup.
Yeah.
And then that's where the fucking...
Are you sure? Wait a second.
Oh no, that's Universal.
I thought that's
Universal Studios.
Are you sure? I thought the bump thing was Fox.
Yeah, it is Fox.
Okay.
I'm getting them all fucked up.
Yeah.
Woo, 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 woo. That's Universal.
Did you ever hear about the S from Hell?
The S?
The S from Hell.
The
so
ass.
you know S, letter S.
Oh, no.
The ass from hell, that's a porn. But the S from Hell, there's a company, I don't know if they're around anymore, Screen Gems is the name of the company.
Do you eat SpaghettiOs?
No. Did I have red on my face?
No, I just smell SpaghettiOs.
No, but it's my breath must be bad.
It's okay.
But spaghetti breath. No, but I don't know.
Maybe it's that. I don't know.
I got to figure out how to get this stain out of here, but we'll figure that out.
We'll leave.
So Screen Gems is the name of the company, and their logo is like an S with these 2 dots, and people are like legitimately afraid of the logo. They called it the S from Hell. I don't know if it was like the sound. We should pull up a clip. You want to pull it up and just like look at it on your phone and tell me if you have any understanding of why people are afraid? Because there's even like a documentary about it, a short documentary on YouTube, and people are like really freaked out by this thing. It's only like
Screen Gems, the S from Hell.
The S from Hell, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that many times. A plethora of times.
I have no idea what it is about it.
It seems fine to me.
I don't know if it's the sound or the...
69 is what it is.
It's 69, yeah. So we were just talking about the S from Hell. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
It's frivolous.
It's this introduction sequence for movies, and people are like, for some reason, scared to death by it.
Why?
I don't know, but it's a documentary worth checking out on YouTube. It's a short thing, but it's not a joke. That's the crazy part.
It's a meme.
It's a meme.
It has to be a meme.
No, well, I don't know. Is a meme a legitimate thing or a fake
meme
thing?
is like exaggerated beyond the truth.
But no, I mean, it can still be a legitimate thing. It's meme's a cultural like phenomenon, infection thing. Like, who let the dogs out? It's a meme.
Who did?
Who did? There's a guy who actually got a doctorate doing a dissertation on
Of letting dogs out?
who let the dogs out. I'm sorry if you smell fart. I
He
thought
just-
this would be
Oh,
more
do you have
discreet.
SpaghettiO farts? Wait, when did you fart? Before or
No.
after you came back in?
Just now.
Oh.
And yeah, I had some chicken chili.
Poop
Are we turning this into poop
Mm.
stories? We're a smooth segue.
You know about that show?
Stories.
He was going over which shows we might do next.
Yeah, we were going through a few.
Oh wait, you finished the TV movie?
No, we didn't finish it.
Because I've watched 2 movies I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about.
Okay.
Bill's going to
I've
sleep,
turned
he's
it into poop stories. What a twist! It's like
Yeah, we do
M. Night
that.
Shyamalan.
We can do that, totally.
No,
I watched the
don't have-
emoji movie that has the poop emoji in it. So.
Oh, he's a star. Does he steal?
He's
Is
not
it he
the-
or a she?
Good question.
What gender?
Gender neutral.
All gender neutral
Gender
emojis.
neutral poop.
This is the world we live in.
I watched The Hitman's Bodyguard with Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, and it was kind of we talked about this on the Josh Cast Live, but no one listened to that show, so maybe a few more people listen to this one. But it's pretty much like I felt the movie was like Lethal Weapon in 2017. You know, the Samuel L. Jackson saying "motherfucker" every second. They obviously brought that up in the movie. That was like a big part of his role. Motherfucker. And Ryan Reynolds has to be his bodyguard. But Ryan Reynolds thinks that I don't know his character's name. Samuel L. Jackson's character broke up his girlfriend because he had a really good high-powered job working for the CIA, protecting this old Japanese guy. Japanese guy's on the plane. Everything's great. And then someone does a kill shot. Boom! Doesn't protect him. So he goes, now he's like a fucking bum. He loses his chick. Turns out it wasn't Samuel. It was Samuel Jackson. He thought it was his girlfriend. And then it's like they're arguing the whole movie like any Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans, or like Lethal Weapon, that black-white type of chemistry that the Lethal Weapon. The movie was good. There was a lot of action in it. Ryan Reynolds, I didn't find that funny in it. I think it was great in Van Wilder. But he wasn't that funny in this.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I would give it like a 4 out of 5 just based on the action. And then the other movie I saw that I also talked already about with Bill was this movie, The Layover. Pretty much the whole movie, the premise of the movie is Kate Upton and this other chick, Angelina. I don't know her name, but Daddario, whatever, some Daddario. They're fighting over this guy. Like it's a reality show, and they're trying to like compete like bitches, you know, like who can get the guy. So they're being a bitch to each other. Then they have this flight. Turns out that the whole movie is just about showing Kate Upton's tits. Kate Upton has big fat natural tits. Yeah. They don't show them off, but you can see them bouncing up in her shirt. The movie actually got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Bill gets on his phone as you're talking about.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine.
I assume he's Googling the movie.
Well, I already talked to Bill about this on whatever, but it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not a single positive review.
I didn't know that was possible.
The movie wasn't bad. There's a few parts that may make you chuckle. I gave it like a 3. I only gave it a 3 out of 5 because Kate Upton's tits, which you don't see. Yeah. But they're meaty.
They're enormous.
And they're natural. Like she has almost like really nice fat girl titties, but she's skinny.
She's got fat girl titties.
And like the top of her tits are just so meaty and round, and she looks like a fucking angel. She's got that.
They're nourishing. And look at this. Look, the original in Photoshop.
Yeah.
I love this is like grandma's tits.
She could do like big titty porn if she wanted. But the movie actually wasn't that bad. But the spoiler alert is
a shoop, they call it.
No one's gonna watch this movie, so the spoiler alert is they're fighting over this guy. He's going to a wedding, but it turns out he was married, and because they're throwing himself at them, he fucks both of them. So they go to his wedding to kind of like like Wayne's World. They kind of like call him out, whatever. But then they decide not to, and then they decide, friendship isn't. We're fighting over this dick. Didn't say that, but and then they move. They
So shitty.
yeah. And the movie sucks, but like I said, it's just if you want to see Kate Upton bouncing around in the top with her tits hanging out, check it out.
I love nude celebrity porn sites because it almost all of them are like, hey, here's a girl that doesn't look like her.
And after this,
What?
That's not Kate Upton. That doesn't even look like her.
Totally fake.
It's real, but
I thought I heard somebody too. After I watched the movie. Oh, okay, whatever. After I watched the movie, I fucked the towel. I wrapped the towel around my dick and I fucked it.
Is that what you usually do?
No,
your
but
technique?
I wouldn't recommend doing it because it might bend your penis if you because it's smushing against. It's no vagina, so you can't go down. It's like the penis is bending up like this, but it's pressure on it. So you will come. It takes a while, but if you do it too much, you might have one of those crooked dicks. That
I feel like if we edit enough of these shows together and take out the sex parts, we have it giving up on sex.
Yeah, there you go.
we'll
I
do
could do
that.
that. I could just take all the part. I could take the porn part and no Jesus and.
So I bet my penis fucking a towel, so I'm giving up on sex.
Well, I've given up on sex for many other reasons, but only show, like I said, that we talk about. I need to watch more TV shows. See, now I'm watching movies. The only show I'm watching is Crashing with Pete Holmes. I need to watch some other shows, but I just don't know. I still want to watch that Jean-Claude Van Johnson. I can't find it on the illegal downloading site.
Yep.
Which I get my shows.
What streaming service is it on?
Amazon Prime.
I thought it was on YouTube Red. I guess I'm wrong.
No, it's an Amazon Prime exclusive. Like Jean-Claude Van Johnson, the new Tick, not with
Bill was talking about that.
yeah, I hate the Tick if it's not like on paper or an actual cartoon. Like give me some fucking animation, you motherfuckers.
Did you guys hear about the new Karate Kid show?
Cobra Kai.
No.
There's a new Karate Kid show. They bring back the actual actors from Karate Kid.
From the original.
But I think the two senseis are dead. Mr. Miyagi passed away, and the guy who was the blonde guy, he passed away. And I forgot the premise of the show. What is it, Will? They're like
I don't know.
I think Daniel wants to bring back the dojo, and
bring back the dojo for Mr. Miyagi.
it's a shame that Ralph Macchio never got his career together. He thought that kid would have been on top of the world. But
are you looking forward to seeing it? Do you think it's
I'm
going
not
to be
gonna watch
garbage?
it. I'm not gonna watch it, but because I just know it's gonna be shit. And what was that Saved by the Bell show? Were you telling me about it, or you? So Saved by the Bell, they're doing it. Okay, so they proved why Zach Morris was a douchebag.
So Zach Morris is trash.
You
that
told
show,
me.
yeah,
You told me that
online.
So they have why Zach Morris is trash. So they show like scenes like why shit he did, and it sounds funny, but I'm not gonna buy it. I think someone made a DVD out of it.
Oh, they did? I didn't realize.
Oh, where'd you see it at?
It's on Facebook video.
Oh, okay.
Now Facebook has like videos.
Yeah, everyone's trying to compete with each other.
They're trying to be YouTube.
Google's trying to get rid of everything, but you're
You only need one website.
yeah.
Why are you going to other websites? You just need one. It does it all.
That's
Is that your impression?
That's version of
Mark Zuckerberg?
of a Jew who doesn't like someone taking money.
I don't know.
So what streaming services do you guys actually watch? Like,
Well, I'm watching basic cable.
Right.
And I'm watching the Paramount Network. Aren't you
Oh, yeah,
interested
the Paramount
in what
Network.
I'm watching on the Paramount Network?
Skinamax.
No.
What?
I'm watching Heathers. No, actually, I'm not watching that. They're remaking have you ever seen the movie Heathers with
no, my
Christian-
girlfriend watched it. I haven't seen it.
Right, with Christian Slater's in it. He's like, kind of like Jack Nicholson of the 80s.
Okay.
But he fucking...
and what does that mean exactly? That he's the Jack Nicholson of the 80s?
he's like...
Sneering.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of sarcastic and like devil may care. Kind of the way he carries himself is very Jack.
Okay.
But I'm not watching Heathers. I saw the movie. I thought the movie was good. Then there's the movie Jawbreaker, which is pretty much like the fucking Heathers on acid.
That movie is just pretty much to show Rose McGowan.
Yeah, I fucking hated it. and I fucking hated Heathers. And now they're making a Heathers TV show, and it's like fucking. It looks like a feminist fucking agenda fucking program. It just looks fucking gay.
Yeah, does it look like it was made in a focus group?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It looks gay as fuck. But
wait, so what movie have you seen then on the Paramount Network?
I'm watching the
Doesn't even remember.
Dead Air. I'm watching the it's not a documentary series. It's a mini series. I'm watching the Waco mini series.
Okay.
With like David Koresh and shit like that. Michael Shannon plays a.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that means.
Michael Shannon?
No, Waco.
Waco.
I should know what it means.
Oh yeah,
but...
1993. There was a
Branch Davidian compound. It was a cult led by David Koresh, and then the FBI, ATF were like, "Hey, we gotta save them. They're like fucking kids, or just like they're not letting kids go to school and not vaccinating them and whatever. And they got guns like crazy. So who knows what they'll do? So let's raid them." And then we'll just throw in flashbangs. Oh God, they're all dying. They're killing themselves, and it was just a total botched raid. They all fucking died.
Yeah, it was a slippery slope, and there was a lot of fuckery on both sides. I don't think cults are cool, but I also don't think the government's cool. So, and I think this show's kind of propagandized. Like, you know, like for every truth, there's like a lie. Fucking down with big government, down with fucking militarization of the police. That's what you say. That's what you hear from Bill Miller.
Yeah.
So the CIA is listening.
Are you an anarchist?
CIA audience. I am.
The CIA's the number one podcast with the CIA. So I watched A Futile and Stupid Gesture. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's a movie about the magazine National Lampoon. I don't know if you guys...
oh, that was great.
You saw that?
That was amazing.
Will Forte?
It was very good.
Yeah.
Well put together. Will Forte is such a weirdo.
So they had Martin Mull play Will Forte when he was older. He was like the main guy who ran the magazine. It was really good. It kind of... I actually weirdly found it like inspirational. Did you feel the same way?
I did.
Yeah, it's, you know, sort of a glamorized version of them starting the magazine and the lawsuit. I wish they went through the lawsuits. Like, they got sued by Disney and they got sued by some other group. I would say I'd give it 4 out of 5. What are we using? 5 stars?
Doritos?
4 out of 5 Doritos. I felt like it was a little... The guy who played Rodney Dangerfield was really good. I thought the guy...
Was it Dave Dingwall? Philadelphia comedian Dave Dingwall?
No.
Have you ever seen him?
No.
Oh, he's a short, pudgy, fat guy, middle-aged guy, and he does David Letterman and other impressions.
I don't think it was him. He wasn't a short, pudgy guy. He kind of looked like Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really good. I wish they went, like I said, into more detail about the lawsuits. Other than that, I'm still catching up on Shameless, Season 3, Episode 4.
Oh,
Will,
wow.
is that a
You
show
only
you
to
watch,
season 3?
Will?
No, the only stuff I'm watching is Amazon Prime shows because it uses the least amount of bandwidth on my phone, and that's the only... I don't watch network TV. I don't have cable or anything else. I just have the internet through my phone, and YouTube guzzles up bandwidth like crazy.
It does.
Yeah, I just watch Amazon Prime.
You hear that, Google?
Yeah. Well, no. I'll watch when I have free Wi-Fi access.
Never mind, Google.
I'll catch up on different YouTube series. But Amazon Prime, I mentioned Jean-Claude Van Johnson, where like it's very meta in the fact that it knows how washed up and stupid Jean-Claude Van Damme is, and it has the premise that there's a network of spies that are actually famous Hollywood actors, because that's how they have all these different skill sets. It's like, oh, they're just learning it for a movie. It's part of a movie. And
oh my God!
To shoot that, just kind of like Argo, how they had all the crazy stuff in Argo because it made sense in a crazy sci-fi movie, but they actually got away with doing a CIA mission that way. So Jean-Claude Van
the
Johnson's
truth.
like that, but it also then starts getting like real weird with the absurdity, and each episode one-ups itself. It kind of falls flat on the 4th episode, but still it's one where you notice it's like beautifully directed. The cinematography is great. Everything looks like a fancy perfume or jean commercial, and then just it ends completely batshit crazy. It's only 5 or 6 episodes. I think 6. I think that's what Amazon Prime's doing now for their originals that they're not totally sure about. Because like that new Tick one is also just 6 episodes, but actually tomorrow they release some new ones. One weird thing too, though, is that to also be meta, they're doing Amazon product placement in it. Both the Tick and Jean-Claude Van Johnson and even Transparent have Amazon Echoes in it, and they use the Alexa app. And
Hey Alexa.
They're either jokingly or like playful about it, but it's still kind of noticeable. Like,
Does it distract?
Well, it's a little like, it's like, oh, I see what you did there, but it's not even like clever and stuff. In Transparent, it was just a background item, and it was not distracting because the show, I only watched the first season and then like 2 episodes of the second one. I was like, no, I gave it a more than a chance that it needed. It's a bunch of garbage. That show is not even for, like, Transparent's terrible because it's supposed to be about like follow the plight of this trans individual, Jeffrey Tambor, who I love from Arrested Development and stuff, and watch as he discovers herself. But no,
Is that their tagline?
No, but it might as well be. It's so fucking pretentious, and he's like a professor with all these ungrateful little shit kids, and they're all like, my dad's trans, so maybe I don't understand my sexuality, and blah blah. So it also negates the idea that, you know, people are born with their sexual preference and identity, because the kids are just like, hey, maybe I'm not fully exploring myself, and maybe I should try a dick or a pussy because you know, my dad's goofy. He's a fruit that likes to dress up.
Wow.
And
So it's actually like ignorant.
Oh yeah, and it just focuses on how fucking shitty his kids are, and so that's why I couldn't stand it. I stopped after the first season. Plus, they did this bullshit that Orange is the New Black did with the Golden Globes, where Orange is the New Black first came out as...
Is that the show where Donald Trump marries Oprah?
No. That's not
Oh, I got
That was the best one all night.
I'm sorry.
The lesbian prison show, one of Netflix's first originals, like House of Cards and Orange is the New Black. Orange is the New Black first marketed itself as a comedy, and then it was nominated for and won Best New Comedy for the Golden Globes that year in its first season, and it was really dark though, like, cause they, like, Transparent, they market themselves, they put themselves up in the category as comedy, but it's also like, none of this is funny. This is all like really sad, and these kids are really shitty. And then Transparent also got Best New Comedy, and then what Orange is the New Black did is, in the second season, they switched and said, we're a drama now.
Wow,
and then they
that's
get
so
nominated
strange.
for a drama. They just changed to whatever is like, it's like, ooh, this one...
They're pulling a mash.
Yeah, like, but also too though, it's like, make way for all of the socially progressive shows. We have to now stop being a comedy, so Transparent can be a comedy, and that way the lesbian prison show and the transgender household in Orange County, LA can both get awards. And also it's pushing, like, even though people think like, yes, social progress, this is what TV needs to be, it's also just pushing streaming and cord cutting and saying like, hey, you don't need to watch HBO and Showtime and all that. All the best stuff you now just have to have internet for. And so like, it's a commercial war too.
But I feel like the whole, like, okay, yes, this is what TV needs to be. It's progressing the nation, and children are going to be growing up to be more accepting of.
Yeah. No.
But really, what it's doing is like, hey, let's get an overly progressive show to create more dissent in the nation.
Yeah, because also we ultimately, since people can just make whatever the fuck they want online, there's going to be a farmersonly.com version of this type of stuff because they can do that. Just like they'll just come out with like the Family Network. You can, why have Hulu or Julu as I like to call it, all in Hollywood. But yeah, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix are trying to upset the cable industry, and they're but they're all just like network television was, like up until 9/11, all network must-see TV shows took place in New York, and it was just like, yeah, New York is where everything happens that's important.
Yeah, it sure did.
And then they stopped doing that.
Yeah, after 9/11, now you went to My Name is Earl, taking place in Indiana or whatever, and also Indiana for Parks and Recreation, in the middle of Unnamed City America for Scrubs, Colorado for Greendale, Colorado for Community, but yeah, there's no very few shows that were comedy, like must-see TV stopped happening in New York, and now it's like, let's just go all over America because it's about Americans,
right?
And also be more absurd.
New York bums us out.
Is that what you think it was? Like, people like, well, 9/11's not marketable, so...
Yeah, I mean, a lot. Well, because there was
can't stand
that,
seeing that skyline.
That whole
without those
year
buildings,
afterwards,
you know?
everyone's like, "Could we laugh? Can we laugh again?
Yeah.
Is it okay to laugh at anything?" But we're also getting towards that again too, where it's just like, oh, I don't know, laughing about a guy in a dress that upsets gender norms. Like, let's change that to a drama now.
Yeah, it's very strange. It also seems like they could change it again and just win an award in every category.
Also, unrelated to stories, the other thing I'm watching on Amazon Prime is Grand Tour, which is basically Top Gear, but for America. The 3 British guys that were in Top Gear, all fired, are now hired by Amazon to basically do Top Gear. And yeah, they're just have a great structure. They don't care about offending people. And
yeah, what did they get fired for?
Basic, like, pushing the edge of libel, where they didn't want to. They said a car is shit because a car was shit, but
yeah, because
also that's the other thing we've seen, the death of honest review magazines. You only see reviews if it's a 9 or a 10 on the product, because if you say Yelp is going through that same thing. When people say, like, yeah, this restaurant was shitty, like they actually served shit in my food, and I'll be like, hey, you got proof? You got photos? Because right now I got a lawyer because I'm a restaurateur and you're a fucking lie-faced liar, and I'll sue you for everything even though you have nothing. And people are like, fine, I won't fucking write a free Yelp review that I don't get paid for. So Yelp reviews are all skewed high. All product reviews are high. I mean, that's the trouble with video game reviews too. GameFAQs and all this other stuff. Like, so that is another thing we're seeing change, because corporations have greater control to say, like, hey, if you don't got anything nice to say, if you don't say our product's perfect, better not say anything at all, or we'll take you to court.
Isn't that fascist?
Yeah. It's like Fox News.
I rest my case. It's like mainstream news.
Mainstream news.
Yeah.
Thank you. This has been the Mainstream News Podcast. This has been TV and Movie Experts. Email us at TLND at Outlook.com with your favorite TV and movies. Do you have anything to say before we wrap up this TLND?
Yeah, I gotta say, with that blue ink on your fingers, you look like a fucking werewolf.
Yeah, what'd you go jerk off?
Do werewolves have blue ink on their fingers?
I was thinking of the Beast in the Beauty and the Beast. But he's not
From
a werewolf.
The X-Men Beast.
Beast, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Beauty and the Beast. Beast is brown furred. Hank McCoy Beast is blue.
Yeah. Kelsey Grammer.
Well,
more references lost.
We got more Doritos.
Yep. Keep on snacking. Thanks for listening.
All right, wait. Is that the outro for the whole show, or is that?
What do you want to say?
I mean, you're staring at us. You want to just? I thought we could have a final thought.
Sure.
I just want to say thank you guys for all coming down tonight on a Thursday, especially you because you live, we're about 45 minutes away. Hours.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
I
it was
really
nice.
Hey, that was really cool.
Nice you to come
problem.
down.
That was a weird
Happy
handshake.
to do.
Because
That's
he's
good.
got
Good
blue
enough.
You're
ink
like a
on it.
real,
He doesn't,
like-
he doesn't
Why?
want to get blue ink all
I don't
over
know.
your hand.
Oh, that's
Go
why.
like that. Yeah, I
That's
got
why.
that grip.
And thanks to Bill Miller for
Grip.
coming out.
You guys want shitty pretzels?
No.
No.
I had a Steve steak before I got here. I'm fine with
Kelsey Grammer, play us out. And baby, I feel the blues are calling. Toss salads
that. And
and
thanks to Will
scrambled
Fitz
eggs.
for coming out and pay me to hurt Will Fitz's feelings.
Scrambled eggs all over
Oh.
my
I never-
shoes.
I never
What
thought I
is
would
a
ever-
boy to do?
I thought Will would always know how I was, but
They're coming again.
I know it is sensitive. I know if I ever want to piss Will Fitz off, I'll just take him inside of a place to go, hey, you fucking retail shit. Can you fucking cook the quesadilla a little better than me? What do you make, $8 an hour? I work in a mailroom. I make 13. I'm better than you, even though I change water coolers. So what? Cook that fucking thing. And Will Fitz just goes, oh, God, I can't be your friend anymore.
I'm too empathetic.
Yeah, no,
I feel
I
pain.
understand. And, it was... but anyways, True Life Not Doritos, the first in-person live show. Not sure how more. We might do this once a month, maybe. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's a lot of fun.
Bill
a lot of
Miller,
fun.
Good.
Will Fitz, Beeline, Josh Jak. What do you want to say, Bill?
It's a lot of fun doing it in person. It's cool that we had something like this going on.
Yes.
It's kind of weird that we didn't just do it in the room behind the bar.
Yeah, we could have just did it in the show because we wanted to use the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we
but
were
then
trying to
couldn't
do
get
the
the
live.
laptop to work because we were going to do it live. But then I realized no one's going to call in probably.
Yeah.
So from now on, if we want, we can do it. If Will's on it the next one, he can bring his mixer. We can try it one more time with the mixer, and if not, it just sounds
They'll
better.
bleach it.
The fact that we're all in
What?
it.
They'll bleach.
You think so?
Yeah, it's white.
But they're not going to be like, how the fuck did it get there?
The fact
anyway.
that I was going to say last thing, the fact that we're all in a room, just like I used the little Tascam recorder when I did the podcast with Will Fitz, it's going to sound good because we have a closed room, so we don't need really a mixer. We don't need to
No,
wear
we
headphones.
don't.
We're really close to each other. It's not like if we're doing it in a bar maybe when there's background noise, you don't need it. So, yeah, that's all I want to say. So thank you for listening,
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Yes.
Nobody needs to be in the little room, because it's right by